Greetings, and welcome back to the Soul Citizens. I am GriffinGamingRPG, and we are back for another week of Star Citizen Talk with a very special subject and a special occasion called Holiday Wishes, and we're also combining that with a little fundraiser that we're going to share with you guys about. But before we get into that, I want to say hello to everybody and to my illustrious panel of great brothers that I have with me this week. I'm going to start on my right, which is your left. We're going to start out with the man himself, Dark Knight 75. How are you, DK?
I am doing great. Glad to be here. Had a nice afternoon and a nice evening with the brothers here from Soul Citizens. We had a nice night last night, just hanging out, watching movies and listen to some music.
Okay. Would you please tell us a little bit about that image you have behind you there this week? That's a different one that I don't think I've seen before.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, the 400 Eye is celebrating with us today.
Ah, okay. Did you put the hat on it, or did you find that
I
somewhere?
sure did. Nope, I put that on there. I found the hat and I was like, yep.
You decorated it. Okay, fair enough. I like that. I can appreciate that. Well, next to DK, we've got the man himself, and everybody knows who he is, so we'll skip over him. No, I'm just kidding. fastcart FC, what's up, fastcart?
Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? I'm doing well, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm 24 hours from Virginia, so I'll be heading on a plane in 24 hours.
You leaving on a jet plane? Don't know if you'll ever come back again? Huh? Is that
I'm coming back. I'm definitely coming back.
I'm leaving on a jet plane.
Okay, all right. Well, that's great. That's great. And what is this image you have behind you this week? What is that?
I had the Odyssey.
You decided to strike. Oh, you and Gomab are striking up the controversy ships this week, huh? Okay. Okay. Well, you know what? I hate to say this, but actually, all three of these ships were controversial ships in some way when you think about it, right?
Yeah, that is true.
So I guess that we are the controversy stream tonight. I guess that's what that comes down to. Okay. And last but not least, the man from the ATL himself, GomabATL. What's up, my brother?
How's it going? I'm good, man. Had a great weekend. Had a nice little Christmas party last night with some of my fraternity brothers. Had a great time. Ate some good food.
Okay.
Still full.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Okay.
And
fraternity brothers. You kept on saying brothers. I thought you had a big family for a moment. I'm like, dang, man, all those brothers.
30 brothers.
They are my family.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
That's cool.
But my image is not controversial at all. You changed up.
That wasn't what you had up earlier. What I saw.
Yeah, I did. Well, that was left over from Thursday's show.
Okay.
That was left over from Thursday's show. But this is the most useful wallpaper that we've ever gotten.
Okay.
You know, everybody's using it.
So you are being controversial. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
look at the
for those of you who don't know, okay, Gomab is putting his shots out right now for our Luminalia gifts that we got. Okay, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't mad at that. I'm mad about them badges. I don't want no stinking badges. You know what I'm saying? Them Spectrum badges. I don't need no stinking badges.
It's free. That's why I ain't tripping too much about it.
Listen.
Just take it.
Everything air is free. And what's your point?
And you're gonna be crying if it turns out you need a badge to do something with the brand new.
I told you that would be the only thing that's good is if getting those badges means when you go into brand new space you get some props. That would be by CIG. Here it comes. If y'all want them badges to mean something, make it so that if you get the badges when you go to brand new space, maybe you get a discount, maybe you something cool, you know. But for Spectrum, it means nothing to me. So I definitely want to see something for the game. Okay.
Well, the only way that'll happen is if enough people complain that their badges were one-shotting smaller badges. Then they'll change.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Let's give some shout outs to the people that we see in here tonight. We've got, is that Meiji Cool? Akima? Okay. Hoda, Lou Hoda. We know Hoda. Zombie Pig is here. We got a lot of cool people here tonight. Gigi, Green Eyed Gal is hanging out with us tonight. Jade is there. Admiral Kusanagi is there. And Darkness Muta is there. And there's a whole bunch of other people here because I see there's at least 40 of you guys in the chat. So thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us for our last show. This is our last Sunday show. for 2021. So you guys are going to get this, the real sticky CC creator. I see you out there. Pops, you there. Fist, I see you there.
Oh, Unique's in the house.
Unique is in the house. Oh yeah, that's Unique. That's right. Unique is here. Scavenger's here. Shipwreck is here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We really appreciate you. Listen, I'm going to ask a favor. Tonight we're doing a very special stream, and it's a very special charity stream. I want you guys to please tweet, whatever you have to do to let your friends know to come check out the show tonight. Really, really cool stuff. And I'm talking about people who are really into Star Citizen, because there's some really cool stuff that we're going to show you guys that I think for those of you who haven't been around a long time, I think it'll be enlightening. And for those of you who have been around for a long time, it will bring back some really good memories. And I think you may be inspired tonight for our purpose, for our charity. So please feel free to tell some people right now they can come and check out before we jump into it. Let me hit some real quick overviews before we jump into this whole thing with holiday wishes. Last Friday, update 3.16 came out. We, as we were approaching it, everybody knows it's the end of the year patch. There was a lot of conversation about certain things. Oh, wait a minute. By the way, check this out. Look what I got. See that?
You got your
You
hat?
look like a hoodlum.
Yeah, this is
No,
the.
I'm
Oh, thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay, yeah, ready to go out and rob somebody. Okay, yeah, this is the Star Citizen skull cap. For those of us who are in the upper northern part of North America, it gets cold here. It is a very nice quality, nice hat. For those of you in the hot areas, you probably don't need it, but it is actually very well done. It's got a really nice patch on it and everything. And this came in this week. I ordered this about maybe 2 months ago. But it came in this
2
week.
months, good
And
day.
it came perfect time. No, it came for wintertime. Perfect timing. So
perfect timing.
DK $10, brother. $10. Okay, it was worth it. All right.
I definitely gonna have to.
It was worth it. Get it for the Chicago breezes,
Okay,
brother.
it's $10, but how much is shipping?
No, it wasn't that bad. Believe it or not, honestly,
Oh,
it wasn't.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't that bad. I was really
Okay.
surprised.
So working backwards, you're saying that I should expect my hoodie around mid-May.
Well, the hoodie's a whole nother thing, brother. Some of that stuff comes across the pond. It all depends. You know what I mean?
I like hoodies.
Yeah, I know you do. Well, we have to see what that looks like, because that's the one that's got the monogram thing in it. Right? I mean, that that embossed thing. Okay, yeah, we'll be looking forward to seeing that. Okay, cool. Okay, no Jade, no Origin mugs yet. I wish. Yeah, I know we're still waiting for that to come in. Hopefully in one piece too. Thrakazog, thank you so much for the resub. Oh man, thank you for 5 months. Hey, listen, before we get into any subs and all that good stuff and bits, we really want to encourage you guys. Listen, we love when you guys sub to us, because as you know, we take whatever comes in from subbing. DK, you got to mute, because that clicking is clicking.
Oh, sorry about
That's okay. You're really clicking.
I didn't realize that was on.
That's okay. We guys, anything that comes into the show, we take it, turn it right back around. We do giveaways. We've given away 400s. We've given a whole bunch of stuff away. And we have a giveaway for next month, which we'll talk about. But we really want you guys to focus in on the giving today on our charity, and we're going to share with you what that is in just a minute. And then we'll kind of cover the ground on that. And you guys can still give if you want to sub, but if you want to, if your heart lends yourself to it, do it for the charity tonight. I forgot what I was going to say before that happened. What was I saying? I was teasing Gomab, and he was talking about his embroidered thing. Okay. Well, anyway, let me just go ahead and jump into things. Oh, 316. Have you had a chance to monkey around with it? DK, you been in it at all? Now we can't hear you because now you're muted.
You mean it?
Okay, there you go. I'm trying to set up push to talk and stuff, so I don't have anything going in the background. But yes, I have gotten into 316, and I went in there for a little bit because there's not a whole much that's changed outside of adding the hospital and the grav left tech and stuff like that. That I kind of played around with and had some fun with that. But it's feeling good. I mean, overall, it's just feeling good. Okay. Everything is stable. The performance is really good, and it just seems to get better and better every patch.
Okay. FC, I know you don't monkey around in PTU. I only went in there just to do. There was two things I wanted to do. I'll go to Gomab first, and I'll talk about what I did. Gomab, what about you? I know you've been in 316. What's the verdict?
I have not.
Oh, you haven't?
I am boycotting 316.
Okay.
He went in 316 once, and that was it.
Okay.
Yes, I know.
And that was it.
I deleted the PTU folder off of my desk.
Oh my God. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. All right, well, I'll share mine real quick. Last Friday, it launched. I went on vacation last Friday, so I was gone all week. I just could watch what other people were doing. I did jump in a little bit on Friday and Saturday night, and I will say that what I jumped into, like you, DK, I went to go check out the hospital in ArcCorp because that's where we live, right? So I had to go check that out, right? I have not had a chance to look at the Gravlev bikes. I've just seen some videos and I really haven't checked it out, but I've heard people really do like the improvements to it, that it still needs some work, but they are really happy with the direction that Gravlevs are finally going. They're giving the speed that people kind of had an expectation to, which is great. The one thing I did do was I went into Arena Commander and checked out Dying Star. And that was simply amazing. For those of you who have not done this, check out Dying Star. As you guys know, Arena Commander got a revamp, got expanded, but they have made Dying Star reflective of what looks like Pyro. And if Pyro looks anything like what they did with Dying Star, you are going to be freaked out. That's all I can tell you. It is amazing to see what they did to it. And if it's just the inkling of the direction that they will be doing for Pyro, it has solar flares, it has lightning, it's got cosmic dust, it's got a whole bunch of stuff. I know, Jade, I'm just talking about, like, you know, the flares and stuff. I know it's not like that, but I'm just saying if the detail level, because they've really increased it, you know. Let
me say this. I was watching Griffin stream Dying Star last night, and even through Discord, it looked amazing. So I can't wait for to see it in live.
Yep. So check it out, gang. Check it out. It looks really, really good. Just gives you an idea of what they could possibly do when it comes down to space and a whole bunch of other things. So that's what I'll say about 3.16. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the show. As I mentioned to you guys, this is both a holiday wishes show, which we did last year during the holidays, where we talked about the things we would like to see happen in Star Citizen for the next year. So it'll be for 2022. But we are also doing a charity stream. The charity stream is for it's kind of an interesting story. But I'm gonna give a little bit of history here. When I first started in Star Citizen, when fastcart first started in Star Citizen, and I don't think Gomab, you were around back then. I don't think. G Baby Killer? Hey, baby killer, what's up? Thank you for that follow. We appreciate that.
Thanks for the follow.
There was a backer by the name of Alyssianah Niore. Alyssiana was one of the first people I actually saw doing kind of like the equivalent of what Paul Shelley does with lore. She was writing fiction that was her own fiction. She was doing a blog, but she was also kind of encapsulating Star Citizen. And this is before Star Citizen. Well, I don't know, fastcart, was Star Citizen publishing a lot of their lore like in weekly letters back then? Or do you remember how we were getting that information? Because she would take that information and kind of bring it into a media thing where you just
it was on the comm link. So I'm guessing they were
okay, probably in comlink. Okay, something like that. Wow. Okay, who was that who just subscribed? Thank you for who subscribed.
Thrakazaz.
Oh wow, thank you. No, oh yeah, Thrakazaz. Thank you. Yeah, thank you again for that sub. Oh, the gift sub. Thank you. And so and Johnny, thank you for that follow. We appreciate it.
Thanks for the
follow. She used to put out these great videos, and the coolest thing about Alyssiana, she has this really cool voice, right? She's got this really mellow voice, and you could just kind of chill and listen to her tell stories about everything from the different types of ships in the game, talking about lore such as different systems, all that cool stuff. And I'm going to give you guys a sample of that tonight. Okay. Thank you, Jay. Jay posted her link in there, Alyssiana's World. That's the link to her site if you want to check it out. She also has stuff on YouTube. Here's the deal. Alyssiana was really pushing out stuff back between like 2014, 15 through 2017. She took a break a little bit, took a little hiatus. She came back just at the beginning of this year. And then there's some things that have been happening in her personal life that have kind of shifted some things that are drawing her attention. And hence we're having this charity tonight. So I'm going to have Gomab read you what this is about. If you guys can check it out, we're going to put the link in chat for you so you can check it out. And this is the charity, the GoFundMe, that we want to encourage you guys to go after or to help us with tonight for the next couple hours. So Gomab, if you wouldn't mind reading a little bit of that, let folks know a little bit about what's going on.
Sure, definitely. So this is the excerpt from from our GoFundMe page. Kind of describes what's happening here, right? So we've been on a journey for a diagnosis that has finally arrived. Unfortunately, following a series of severe migraines, Jen lost complete sight in her left eye prior to the diagnosis. She's been hospitalized since December 3rd, 2021, and is facing a long road to recovery, further treatment, and recalibration of life. Jen's the mother of two amazing autistic children who tirelessly nurtures. I think I'm getting some feedback here. 1 second.
Okay, no problem.
All right. She's self-employed due to having 2 autoimmune disorders prior to the most recent diagnosis of neuromyelitis optica, NMO, a central nervous system disorder that primarily affects the eye nerves, spinal cord, and brain. Being self-employed, the income she contributes to her household declined rapidly as the illness progressed and is now at a full stop. She gradually curtailed the complexity of products in her shop due to the eye strain and pain, even after going blind in her left eye, which started to cause other types of headaches and fatigue in her right eye. She continued to work. It wasn't until she was hospitalized and incapacitated due to the testing and ongoing treatment that she eventually had to close Sweet Events by Jen for the time being.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So what we want to share with you guys is this. This is Alyssianah's daughter. As was mentioned, she had an autoimmune disorder already. Then this other thing popped up where she lost her vision. She had her own home business, taking care of 2 autistic children. And since then, she's been hospitalized, unable to work. And now Alyssianah is caring for both her daughter as well as her grandchildren. So we thought that as part of the community and for her to have contributed so much to the Star Citizen community, we would have an opportunity to give back to her. So you guys are going to see the link. I'm going to drop it in right now, but it will come up from time to time. And when that link comes up, we want you guys to go to the fundraiser page. You can get updates there as well about the current status of where her daughter is. And if your heart desire is there and you feel motivated to give, we would really want to encourage you guys to give toward this particular GoFundMe. We've done this before. We had another friend of ours whose mother was impacted by the hurricane that came through down in Jamaica, I think it was. And once again, we're helping somebody from our community who needs help. And every once in a while, you guys know we all need help. So we want to encourage you guys to take a look at this while the show is going on. And again, if your heart is there and you want to give to it, there's the link, Self-Employed Mom While Recovering. Feel free to give toward that. We're asking that you would do that tonight versus subbing to us, bidding to us, or whatever it is. If you still want to do to us, hey, we love it. But we really, tonight, we want to make this about Alyssianah and be able to say thank you to her for all she's contributed to the community. So let's introduce, Dark Knight, do you know anything about Alyssianah? Have you ever seen anything of her, ever heard of her?
No, I've heard of her. I'm sad to say that I didn't get to know her until we started hearing about the GoFundMe.
Okay, cool.
Because I was not present in the time that she was putting together content.
Okay.
And I didn't get into the game until late 2019. Mm-hmm. But I've gone through and watched, and I'm so glad to be here to be able to help her out. Okay. And I just wanted to say hello to her because she is with us here tonight in chat. Mm-hmm. Just wanted to say hello, and I hope we do well for you and your family tonight.
Thank you, man. That's great. For Ascard, I know you know Alyssianah. Gomab, were you familiar with her at all?
I went back after you had started talking about it, and I was like, oh yeah, saw this video. Okay, yeah, I saw this one too. It was kind of one of those times I wasn't really necessarily following individual channels, but I was always diving through Star Citizen YouTube, and I've come across the videos numerous times, and always noted how great they were. So yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, listen, we're going to take a look at one of her very first videos. Now, listen, y'all. Remember, this is from 2014, 2015. Okay, so don't say, "Oh, when was this video made?" We want you to know that she was one of them early creators, y'all. One of them early creators, and she was a sister. Okay, she was a sister. That was cool for me. So we're going to look at her very first video, and it's entitled "What is Star Citizen?" It's not very long. We're going to look at that. Yeah, look at some of the ships. Y'all going to be like, are you serious? Is that what a freelancer look like? I know that's what it's going to be like, okay? But take a look at it, enjoy it, and then we're going to come back and do the year in review and do some sharing with that, okay? So here we go.
This is Casual Citizen. Begin transmission. Welcome to the first episode of Casual Citizen, an ongoing dialogue about Star Citizen and eventually Squadron 42. I'm your host, Alyssiana from the Mystic Worlds gaming blog. My goal for this series is to have a bi-weekly, down-to-earth conversation about Star Citizen to help people with a casual interest learn about the features, lore, news, community, and current state of the game. Let's get going with our first episode. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy. What is Star Citizen? It's only fair that I start at the beginning when covering a topic for casual followers. For those of you already familiar with the game, I'm sorry, but this episode isn't for you. Star Citizen is many things, some of which are different to different people. The game itself is the brainchild of veteran game developer Chris Roberts, who is most widely known for his Wing Commander series and the associated movie. Under the banner of Cloud Imperium Games, he's now developing his dream space sim and first-person universe, Star Citizen. What is so compelling about the planned content for Star Citizen that people are willing to fund it to such an unprecedented amount? The development costs are being covered using a crowdfunding model that to date has raised a record-breaking $104 million and counting. Let's begin with a quote from the official game site, robertspaceindustries.com. From the mind of Chris Roberts, acclaimed creator of Wing Commander and freelancer, comes Star Citizen. 100% crowdfunded, Star Citizen aims to create a living, breathing science fiction universe with unparalleled immersion, and you're invited to follow every step of development. More than a space combat sim, more than a first-person shooter, and more than an MMO, Star Citizen is the first-person universe that will allow for unlimited gameplay. End quote. Based on that blurb, you come away with an understanding that Star Citizen has a massively multiplayer persistent universe that contains space combat, first-person shooter combat, and an open-ended gameplay mechanic where the player decides what role to assume and how they will interact with others and the world around them. The latter is often referred to as a sandbox. However, in addition to the make-your-own fun of a sandbox game, there will also be a robust questing system, diverse trade professions, and a dynamic and responsive in-game economy. That alone is a whole lot of game. But wait, there's more. Because that's not enough to wrap your brain around, Star Citizen is also incorporating never-before-seen game mechanics such as multi-crew ships, a completely seamless universe where you can move from deep space down to planet-side landing zones, high-definition streaming tech of procedurally generated planets, and space combat using Newtonian physics. Because you know, all that other stuff wasn't quite enough. I'm just saying. If I had to put Star Citizen into the narrow context of other games you might know, it's like combining bits of EVE Online, plus Destiny, plus other very common MMO tropes, and then next-gen technology and animation. Okay, hold on to all of that, because that's Star Citizen, and it's only one of the games that's being developed. In parallel, Cloud Imperium Games is also building Squadron 42. They'll be using the same funding and resource pool. At its core, Squadron 42 is a AAA RPG campaign that takes place in the same universe and lore as Star Citizen. It's a hero's journey look at the world where the storyline is all about you, your decisions and actions, and this version of you has an impact on your character in the Star Citizen persistent universe. Think single-player campaign of something like Halo with top casting talent such as Mark Hamill, Gary Oldman, and Gillian Anderson, and again, using next-gen animation technology. Squadron 42 is being designed as an episodic journey, where the first series of episodes is scheduled to release in 2016. These two games combined, Star Citizen and Squadron 42, are what Cloud Imperium Games is working to develop and deliver using their record-breaking crowdfunding campaign that began in 2012. So when someone says Star Citizen, often they're lumping both of those games into the conversation. And to date, that's how the game packages have been sold to help fund development. That's a lot of game, a lot of features, content, and a whole lot of promises. And clearly, there are enough people who want what's being promised to risk funding it. It's a game straight out of our sweetest dreams. So that should help you come to grips with what is Star Citizen and fill you in a little bit more about the background and history so you can join in on the conversation. Thank you for listening in. I hope you've enjoyed this episode and found it valuable. Please check out the show notes, which include links to content related to today's topic from some of my favorite Star Citizen creators. Be well and fly safe until next time. Show notes. For this week's show notes, I have 2 links from Board Gamer. One is a history of Star Citizen, and the other is what is Squadron 42. And then there's also the fabulous Imagine trailer, which was fan-made but eventually adopted as a trailer by Cloud Imperium Games. End transmission.
Okay, we are back. And that was What is Star Citizen by Alyssianah Niore. Thank you guys. We have already seen, man, folks have already been giving toward the campaign, which is awesome. For those of you know that they are looking to raise $5,000, and we are at $1,275. When we started, we were at $1,070. So you guys have already contributed $205 already. By the way, Unique, I saw your challenge in the chat, so keep looking because I dropped mine. It'll pop up. You said you're gonna match whatever I gave, so get your card out, brother. Okay, because you're gonna have to match me because I saw you put it in there. Jad, thank you so much for the subscription. 10 months following us. We appreciate that. Once again, we appreciate what you guys have done or doing tonight in the sense of subscribing to us, but we really want to focus our attention on the charity drive tonight, which is going to be for Alyssianah Noire's family. So let's
Griffin, we got a couple of visitors.
Oh, we do. We have visitors. Who are our visitors? Oh my God, we have visitors. I have to drop them in. Oh my God, look at these 2 familiar faces. This is so cool. Let me see if I can get them in. All right, gang, we're gonna, by the way, this is a real impromptu show tonight, y'all. So when you see these people faces pop in here, just know that I'm manually bringing them into the show here. There's one right there, and
it's not an earthquake, sir. It's not an earthquake.
Yeah, let's get the other one in. We got 2 new faces coming in to join us tonight. We have Shiver Bathory and Errris from Relay SC joining us. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for showing up. How are you? Do we have Shiver's audio? Is he there? Oh yeah, he is. I heard him.
What happened to Nakara?
Oh my God.
He's terrible. That's fastcart. Sorry.
Oh God. Oh my God.
You have to mute yourself in OBS Ninja. We're only using audio in Discord.
Yep. It is so good to see both of you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming. Did you guys get to see a little bit of the video that just ran on the Alyssianah's video? Did you miss it? You missed it, Errris?
We missed it.
Okay.
Literally just got home from getting a booster, so I.
Well, welcome. Hopefully
Errris
your arm
is very short, so he has to get in special seats to make himself human-sized.
Well, it's good to see both of you guys here tonight. Were both of you guys familiar with Alyssianah when she was doing her thing back in the day?
I am.
I was not.
You were not. Errris, really?
No.
You weren't?
So from what I understand, she was doing her stuff a little bit before we started doing ours.
Right.
And there was this like, I don't know, 2 to 3 year period where I just paid absolutely no attention to Star Citizen at all.
Because you were doing transcripts every day. You didn't have any choice. You were a lot of writing back then. I know. You're trying
to get what Tony Zervik was saying from the screen to the website, right?
That's awesome.
Believe me, that was a task.
I know. But it was a much appreciated task because even CIG appreciated what you guys did. So that was awesome. Shiver, what about you? You said you do remember Alyssianah.
I do, yes. Way back in day, before people were salty, and there was hope.
You're not wrong.
There was this almost bum rush of people or just trying to get stuff out there and theorycraft. But she was one of the few that just stuck it out and was really down to earth and sensible about it. And I actually really, this is such a Shiver thing to say. I appreciated her because she could spell and use grammar correctly.
That is a Shiver thing to say. Yep.
Very true. Very true. Very articulate. Always gave us great information. And again, I think about her when I think about Paul Shelley. These are folks who really put in the time to learn lore in the game and make time to make these great videos. For those of us who are too lazy to read the stuff, they put that stuff out there for us, and it was great. Did you guys? I'm gonna hit my guys, my co-hosts. Go Mad. Did you see that early freelancer that was in there in the hangar? Did you catch that?
Oh yeah, man. That took me back. You know, when the slit was even smaller, if at all possible.
Now, Dark
Griffin,
Knight,
we have another visitor in Discord.
We have another visitor in Discord. Oh my God, look who's here. Oh my God, we definitely have got to put up this name, the man himself, TheNoobifier. What's up?
Hello, how are you?
How are you? Thanks for stopping
everything's
in.
good. I wonder, I basically just put my audio back together. Are you guys able to hear me fine?
You sound awesome.
Yeah, you sound great.
Yep. Okay, good.
Yep, you sound great. You sound great. Well, welcome. We were just Shiver and Errris just dropped in, and you just dropped in, and we were just kind of going back and saying, do you remember anything about Alyssianah? Were you impacted by her back in the day?
Well, yeah, because I joined Redacted in like 2015, and she was also Redacted. Soros really liked the audiobook style of her delivery, you know, how she brought something that we didn't have, which was lore. Like, she was a great storyteller. We were fine with trying to deal with the news, but she was an ingenious with and creative, right? Which we didn't have. So that was not the only reason why she was invited, but she was asked if she wanted to be part of the team, and she said yes. It was difficult to try to fit, because all that Redacted was doing at the time was worrying about the weekly Redacted podcast, where we basically started I don't know, it deteriorated to the point where all that was happening, it was like an echo chamber of negativity about what wasn't happening in Star Citizen. So obviously that wasn't anything like what she would want to do or be part of. So it was just kind of interesting that way. But yeah, for sure, I did get to chat with a bunch with her, though. I think she was on the podcast a couple times, and it just didn't work out because she was at work, and we were, Wednesday at noon or whatever. Wednesday at 2 was the time.
Great. Well, yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I was definitely impacted by her. There were very few women content creators at that time too, which was another thing that really stood out for me. In the, like I said, the way she did her delivery, well researched. Didn't know that she was, asked to join with you guys, because I tried to get her to join. Interesting story. When we began this whole Soul Citizens thing, Alyssianah was the person that I reached out to, and I got, she was excited about the idea, but it was like, conflict in schedule and time. And she's like, Griff, maybe a little bit later. So I ended up having to get fastcart. But no, actually.
Yeah, Alyssianah was number 1. I was number 2. I was the second one.
But I know I wanted.
Yeah, you weren't number 2.
Well, I don't know about that, Shiver.
Way
That depends.
down.
Right? But no, but she was very supportive of it, and she and I have kept in touch even throughout this time. She's dropped in on the show before, sat in, listened to us. And I'm glad that I've been able to get to know her outside of just this whole Star Citizen thing, because she's a very cool person.
Griffin, sorry to interrupt. Yeah. Look, we have a total of 1625 now.
Wow, 1625. You guys are awesome. $500 extra in the pot already. Keep it coming. You guys see who's here tonight. TheNoobifier, Shiver's here, Errris is here. I mean, these are folks who've been impacted by her work. She kind of one of those people that laid the foundation down, and these guys are still going. They're still going. And we want to encourage her with everything that's happening with her in life. But of course, we also would love to see her back in the community when it's the right time. So Alyssianah, from all of us, thank you for everything that you've contributed. I'm going to ask these guys who are here, because the invitation to these guys was, if you just want to drop in, drop in. If you want to hang out, hang out. So I'm going to leave that up to them right now. If they need to pop out and go because it's Sunday, I get it. We got the holiday coming up. If they want to stay, stay. What we're going to do right now is change the gears a little bit. We are going to continue to ask you to go visit the page, read what's there. If you feel led to give something toward the fundraiser that's there, the GoFundMe, please do. We really want the funds to go there versus subscriptions and bits and all that stuff to us tonight. We're going to do a very quick review of the year in review that CIG did. And if these guys want to hang out and give their 2 cents on it, we love to hear it. But if they've got to go, no problem, guys. I understand. So we're going to go ahead and start that video. And then we're going to come back and you guys can hear what we think about CIG's year in review and, you know, how it went, basically. So here we go.
Hey y'all, just when we thought 2020 was a year unlike any other, 2021 came along and showed everyone that expectations were made to be broken and that there's no planning for the will of the people. So in our last ISC of the year, let's take a look back at what made 2021 the biggest year for Star Citizen yet. In January, the year began with the longest running fan-organized event in Star Citizen, the filthiest race in the verse, the Daymar Rally. Now when devs returned from their holiday break, they found reports of a bug that was threatening the year's event and were able to develop, test, and push out a fix just in the nick of time. It was a start to the year that reminded us all how Star Citizen only exists because of backers and developers working together in support of each other's shared dreams of a first-person universe unlike any other. January also saw the return of the Combat Summit, a gathering that would set the stage for what would become the most substantial series of updates and improvements to Star Citizen's flight experience yet, leading to the power management and capacitor changes, missile guidance and control rework, operator mode improvements, and more that would come throughout the rest of the year. January 2021 also said a temporary goodbye to Delamar, the outlaw planetoid that had been sleeping on Stanton's couch since late 2017 when it was removed in PTU to make way for the new planetary tenants arriving soon. Don't worry, we'll see you again soon, Delamar. February brought with it Alpha 3.12.1 and the release of our first dynamic event, Xenothreat, where the Outlaw Group launched a campaign of violence throughout the Stanton system and players came forward to combat the Scourge. It was a first-of-its-kind event that brought everyone in the persistent universe together in a common cause to, well, most everyone. Some of you just gotta do your own thing, and believe me, I respect that. But it was a chance for everyone else to fight with and against the fabled Idris and the biggest step forward for capital ship combat in the persistent universe yet. 3.12.1 also brought with it a bunch of bug fixes, EVA quality of life improvements, more prison missions, and improved inventory for shops throughout the verse. While the Red Festival brought new red and gold ship paints for the Nomad and Freelancer, and then for those who were lovers and not fighters or cargo haulers, Coromore 2951 brought with it a Valentine's Day contest where the community had wonderful submissions like the ones you can see here, as well as some using my likenesses that we will not be showing here. I did send one to my mom though, so that she could see what kind of stuff I have to deal with. She said you're all as special as I am. And I still don't know how to take that. March began with the first wave of our long-awaited ship naming coming to the persistent universe, where proud owners of the Hammerhead, Reclaimer, Carrack, Mercury Star Runner, 600i, and 890 Jumps could reserve their very, very, very small names. They got better. They're getting better. March also brought with it a new Cyclone MT for Stella Fortuna and our first look at the persistent universe's reputation system, a turning point moment in the continuing development of the Star Citizen experience, adding consequence and reward to almost any action or decision you make, and allowing our developers to build a sense of true progression as more and more systems plug into it from that point on as it went into testing with Evocati that month. April then kicked off with the visually impressive reveal of the long-rumored Origin 404, or as Paul Jones called it, a sausage dog with toilets. And we all know that when art director Paul Jones says it, you can take that to the carrot killer. April also saw new Star Citizen merchandise arrive, in-game Star Kitten helmets for subscribers, updates to the referral program, and a little thing called Alpha 313, which brought with it all manner of new goodies like brand new cave entrances and sinkholes giving new opportunities to explore with ground vehicles and spacecraft alike, new asteroids created with our refined process for more variety and less potato-ness, A wrap-up to the polished revisions of every planet and moon in the stand system, improving the overall look and feel of everything from Aberdeen to Gila. New mission types like quantum sensitive, timed, and multi-drop deliveries. New staggered force reactions, object push-pull trolleys, mounted guns they still won't let us put on trolleys. Give the people what they want, Rich Tyrer. Merlin Constellation docking. Vehicle visual degradation and our first ability to wash some of our ships. Mining subcomponents to improve that forever improving system. SDF shield effects to patch these holes and make for better looking effects overall. And the bigger and badder Rock DS mining vehicle. Now, not to be outdone, May came hard with Invictus launch week and Alpha 3.13.1, which brought players inside the battle-hardened Javelin-class destroyer for their first glimpse of life aboard an actual UEEN vessel. It also brought the C2 and M2 Hercules Starlifters into the persistent universe to forever change the meaning of weight class. Made it an early Tonkmas with the arrival of the Tumbrel Nova. Gave us our first look at the currently in development RSI Scorpius. Gave racers a chance to compete in our first Microtech Metro Loop race. And shocked everyone when the big mammer jammer itself, the Bengal carrier, came cruising through the Stanton system. To say it was a sight to behold is an understatement, and was a fitting tribute to what was already well on its way to being Star Citizen's biggest year to date. So, June, listen, you're gonna take a break, right? After those crazy April and Mays? You'd think, but not at Star Citizen. When June said this is the way, beginning with a new Azatlan light armor for subscribers, issue council improvements and new multi-user private lobbies to make getting into games with your friends easier than ever before, an Alien Week that brought with it the newest ship manufacturer in Gitac and its Raylan cargo solution, new paints for the hottest offerings from Mapoa, Asperia, and the Banu, an intragalactic cook-off that contained enough cookies to spike my blood sugar just by looking at them, and this thing Jeremiah and I made on stream that Dave Haddock still won't acknowledge or talk about. Just wait until you see what we make for Luminalia tomorrow, Dave. June also introduced us to our next dynamic event, the Ninetales Lockdown, improvements to the upcoming Xenothreat Redux, and new limited edition model kits from our partners at JR Design and Fabrication, who made that enormous life-size dragonfly you saw at CitizenCon, and that's sitting in 2 giant crates right next to this desk that they still won't let me open. We also learned that Ian Leland doesn't know what 7-layer dip was that month. I know we're only talking about the highlights, but that was a pretty big one. July was Public Test Universe month, as Alpha 3.14 and its edition of Star Citizen's next landing zone, Orizon, and the gas giant crusader that sits beneath it, required an enormous amount of testing and quote-unquote banging on the pipes from backers and developers alike. Together, the two represented the next major milestone for our planet tech, content, environment, engine, graphics, VFX teams, and more. And along with it came many of those flight combat changes that began their journey back in January, a revitalization of the way radar, scanning, and ping worked throughout the universe, and new canvas-sliced HUD made possible by our continuing development of building blocks that provided an improved layout that maximized screen real estate while laying the groundwork for manufacturer-specific visual design still in development, like the Aegis and Drake ones you can see here. And after living most of July in PTU, Alpha 3.14 was joined by the constellation Taurus when it came to the live servers in August, along with our first version of volumetric clouds that would steadily improve over the remaining months of 2021. New merchandise like the Finley Stormwall plush that looks to give Pico a run for his cuddly money. Our first chance to meet several new faces at our newest development studio at Turbulent Montreal, and more. Now inside the verse, if the new Ninetales Lockdown didn't threaten to make your day enough, Xenothreat returned with a bunch of lessons learned from their first encounter and improvements to the overall flow made with feedback from our players. Now that said, Ninetales and Xenothreat weren't the most insidious forces to make their presence known in the month of August. Oh no! For August was the beginning of Ship Showdown, and the end of all sane reason and accountability when the vile armies of Argo began their campaign of busting expectations and ship brackets alike. No! We will not be showing any pictures or videos on this one. It's my show. I will mention another community event in the Fight or Flight Double Elimination Tournament, where content creators from all over the world went head-to-head in randomized ships and loadouts for the first of its kind event that I sincerely hope returns in 2022. Now, October, there's a month, and it was perhaps the biggest month and the biggest year of Star Citizen yet, beginning with the return of CitizenCon in digital-only form. It was a day packed with exciting looks at the upcoming Pyro system, including new AI systems utilizing new planetary nav mesh, bringing new life and possibility to the new planets and moons of Star Citizen's persistent universe. It was also our first look at the newly reconcepted Banu Merchantman that's recently entered production, the Anvil Liberator light carrier that may prove to be essential in barren systems without a gas station on every corner like Stanton, the official reveal of the long-debated 400i from Origin, new advancements in planet and cloud tech, an update on server meshing with graphics that nearly killed Vicky, and much, much more. It was also where we saw tremendous offerings from our community in the cosplay contest, and perhaps my favorite part of the entire day, community videos that showcase precisely what separates the Star Citizen community from every other gathering of fans in gaming. Now I want you to know that if the entirety of Sleepless in Stanton isn't playing right now, complete and uninterrupted, it's because somebody's punishing me for skipping September. Now, in addition to CitizenCon, the patch with the most widespread and healthy impact on life in the persistent universe since Alpha 3.0 dropped to PTU in October with Alpha 3.15, the biggest step yet in realizing the vision of Death of a Spaceman set forth at the beginning of our crowdfunding campaign. That began with the addition of downstates, allowing for and encouraging group participation so that players can better keep each other in the fight, dealing with new injury states like broken arms and legs that impair their ability to fly or otherwise traverse the universe, and administering treatment to players and NPCs alike through healing. Now, this was coupled with the death of global inventory and the new tiered implementation of a local to vehicle to external to personal inventory revamp. Now, from this point forward, the planning, considerations, and ultimately choices players would make would be more important and impactful to their gameplay experience than ever before. Along with additional systems like loot generation, giving players more reward for their increased risk in the field, new infiltrate and defend missions, bombing mechanics alongside the new A2 Hercules Starlifter, additional improvements to Crusader and the Origin landing zone and hospitals, the only place I see more than Kleischer Prison when I get to play. October was the month that life in the verse truly changed forever, and gave us our best glimpse yet at what 2022 has to offer. Now, as Alpha 3.15 moved from PTU to live servers in November, it was followed soon after by Alpha 3.15.1, which brought with it a return to the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, the biggest showcase of spacecraft and vehicles in the Star Citizen universe. Now, this year's event saw the reveal of the Anvil Spartan, the new Aegis Redeemer, the Argo Raft, the Ares Starfighter Ion and Inferno from Crusader, the Misk Odyssey, and the Jax Midlife Crisis.
I don't know, Jimmy. Maybe this gig is passing me by. I mean, clearly I'm out of ideas. I'm rehashing old material without even realizing it.
It was an exciting event as it is every year, and one whose effects I think we'll be feeling this time next year. I'm just saying, Jax is going to come back from Pyro with who knows what. And that brings us up to December and the upcoming patch. Now, as we've seen throughout this year, not all the content included in a patch cycle will arrive on day one. as the use of our point patch system has been tremendously successful in keeping fresh each and every month of 2021. Now that said, pending any further surprises, our next patch cycle will include a new hospital in Area 18, the Gravlove physics rework we showcased last week that will make vehicles old and new fly better than ever before. I have no real power here. The new Jumptown 2.0 dynamic event, which we should really come up with a better name for because it's also Raven's Roost and Paradise Cove now as well. And something new to help players hold down those drug labs, allow me to introduce to you the Cutlass Steel, the newest offering from Drake Interplanetary that lets you bring people and guns to bear on targets like never before. Let's start with the guns. We heard you like guns, so in addition to the 4 size 3 gimbals controlled by the pilot, 1 man turret with size 3s, we've added an additional remote turret with size 2, a whole bunch of missiles, and of course the brand new hotness, 5 door-mounted ballistic Gatlings, 2 on each side and 1 at the rear to bring a veritable death blossom of firepower down upon Raven's Roost, Paradise Cove, Jumptown, or heck, just about anywhere. Then, once you've cleared the area, we go inside the ship to discover a whopping 18 jump seats full of mercenaries or commandos ready to maintain control of the area. Is it a lot? Maybe. Is it excessive? Possibly. Is it Drake? Through and through, you bet your butt it is. The Cutlass Steel will be straight to flyable when our next patch goes live. Let me try some unofficial ad copy here. The Drake Cutlass Steel. It's a lot. All in all, it's pretty easy to look at 2021 and be incredibly proud of what we've accomplished together. We know it's not always an easy path, and that the road bumps and detours along the way can sometimes make for a frustrating experience. But for those of you who have watched this year's over 100 videos on YouTube or Twitch, or read the 250 plus comm links on the robertspaceindustries.com website, or engaged with the thousands of dev posts across Spectrum, Reddit, or social media, we hope this all gives you a sense of just how much this project means to us, how much your involvement sustains us, and how much we very often share the same feelings in both our victories and our setbacks. They say that video game development has always been a collaborative process, but perhaps if we've learned anything this year, it's that none may be more so than Star Citizen, and we're thrilled to have shared our 2021 with you. For Inside Star Citizen, and on behalf of Cloud Imperium Games, I'm Jared Huckabee. Come on and hang out with Jeremiah and I one more time before the holidays on Twitch tomorrow, and we'll see you right back here in the new year. Take care.
Okay, let's jump into this real quick here. When I watched this video, the thing that got me the most about it was that there were a lot of things that I forgot about that actually happened in 2021. There was some stuff I thought about that was like in 2020. So let me start with the last person in. Noobifier, if you're there, let me get you the question of the hour right now, which is, what was the best of the 2021 for you, whether it was in the video or not for 2021? What stuck out to you the most?
So for me, I really like the fact that they're working on dynamic missions, because that's the whole point of us getting together, is being able to do. And it's the same thing with Jumptown. I know that if you go and read the chat, like if you go into Spectrum or whatever, people are always saying, you know, it's good, it's bad, or it's whatever. It missed the point of the original. I don't really think it matters so much. I liked the fact that the original Jumptown was just this thing that happened, like a bug that created it. That was kind of cool. The fact that the developers are trying to rekindle that is also very good. I know that they can't just add a bug to the game to make it happen again. Like that would be hilarious. But you know, then the entire community be like, flaming them, right? Because it's like, well, you guys should be building the game or whatever. The developers are always screwed. Sorry, I'm getting off on a little tangent here. No matter what happens, they can't be correct for everyone, and I don't envy their job at all. So for me, the missions are obviously really good, and missions and server meshing together is what I'm actually really waiting for, right?
Okay, good. Errris, let me jump to you. Anything in 2021 that you've observed that stood out, whether in the video or just in general?
Yeah, I figure if we look at 2021, one of the things that, and there's a bunch of like more upfront changes that were shown in the video that were great, but I think one of the things that I am most pleased about is just, I feel like we had better communication from CIG. I know it started in 2020, but the roadmap has been great. The frequent updates on where things are, what's happening, we're getting more of that. And having watched the project for so long, it's been really clear a number of times when the project stumbled and they didn't tell us, that them not telling us was a bigger problem than the stumble was in the first place. And it seems to me, at least this year, that they've sort of learned from that. They were pretty proactive in letting us know about 3.16 for next year and being split, and I'm really happy about that. And I that's my takeaway from this year, is that they are talking to us, in my opinion, better than they ever have before. And that is, I mean, to me, that's what has made Star Citizen's development so much different than anything else, is that we are a part of it. And I think they're really taking that to heart now. So
yeah. And we can thank your team member, Jake, for that. Jake Acapella has done an outstanding job. I like the fact that he also added the roadmap roundup emails that we get too, because even if you're not checking the tracker or the roadmap, you are still getting those emails, which tell you, and sometimes, they're exciting, sometimes a little disappointing, something gets moved. But I do love the fact, as you mentioned, that communication is a bit more frequent, and at least we can say that is happening.
I wasn't going to mention Jake because I don't want to inflate his ego any more than it already is.
No, he's done a great job. He really has. Yes. Shiver, let me go to you. Best of 2021, whether from the video or in general.
I like how they have now, I'm going to reluctantly say, catching or caught up with changes. Obviously, since the pandemic has happened, it's put everyone out of whack, and CIG were no exception. The work that they have done this year has really come along in great big strides. We are also seeing a lot of the foundational work that they've laid down all these past years paying off fruit. For instance, bombs. All they had to do just for the initial prototype was say, okay, let's see what happens if we take a missile and just turn the propulsion off. And it's kind of worked. It needs tweaking, it needs to be made into an actual bomb, but it's that kind of thing that they've laid down so much work in the first place that they can now just start, in some instances, bolting on this tech and taking advantage of the fact that the engine is in such a state that it is right now. So it's the work that they're doing to catch up, and it's the work that's going to be coming, the work that we are now seeing the fruits of. It's amazing, because I think it was Jade that said all of this was like a dream just a few years ago, and now here it is slowly coming into our hands, and it's amazing.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Gomab, best of 2021 from the video or just in general? You're muted, buddy.
You're muted.
There we go. Not anymore. Here I am. Y'all miss me, I know. All right. In general, best of 2021, the somewhat eradication of 30Ks and the 30K recoveries, the ability to recover from them. That was game changing for a lot of folks. The other thing, the honorable mentions, best of 2021 is the Ion.
Okay.
May it rest in peace.
Oh God. Okay. We'll come back. We will come back to that. It's funny that you mentioned about the 30Ks though, because I saw some people mention this in chat, and some other people have been saying this over the past week. But there have been people who've come into the game, and people talk about 30Ks, and people say, "What's a 30K?" You know, and to a certain degree, we don't even talk about 30Ks anymore, right? I mean, as much as they were the thorn in our side, it's slowly moving into, you know, faded memory for a lot of the players. And for new people, they'll never know the tortures of a 30K. So it'll be interesting to see what else changes in the game that people forget about. FC, what about you? Best of 2021?
Well, obviously, the answer is the character killer, the Odyssey. No, I'm kidding. Banning Merchantmen from this year's CitizenCon, digital CitizenCon. I'm not going to go into my Disco Lando impersonation this time, but the Banning Merchantmen, I almost want to rewatch it again because it's such a good presentation, and I'm really looking forward to that ship. So yeah, that for me it's the best of 2021.
Okay. DK, best of 2021.
There we go. I would say, well, of course, I love the 400i, but that's not the most important part of it. Getting my new ship wasn't the biggest part. I would say the biggest part is the introduction of medical gameplay and things like that, where it's slowing you down a little bit more in the game, making you think, making you consider things and prepare yourself to do things, and it makes an impact. We're seeing the game change, become what it was going to be, or at least what we signed up for. And for some people, it's an eye awakener, you know, or wakes them up to what is happening, and we can finally decide. You know, some people can decide, okay, is this the game for me? I was going to add the 30K and the 30K recovery. It's a game changer, literally a game changer. I'm very pleased by that. The performance has been getting better and better with every single patch that comes out. And it's just CIG was busy this year.
Okay, cool.
And I imagine they're going to be busier next year.
Cool. I'm going to springboard off of your medical gameplay and actually go to Death of a Spaceman, the former term. I'm going to go to that, and I'm going to go to inventory for two reasons. Death of a Spaceman had been in such a lore theory thing for us for so long, and so finally see the meat being put on the skeleton, even though it was tweaked a bit, but it's very close to the original vision. And I appreciate the way they did do some tweaking. At first, I didn't get some things with whether it was cloning or not, but I'm kind of getting a better feel for it and enjoying that. And the inventory, when I say inventory, I mean the physicalized dynamic of it. That's another thing that we never really knew, how this physicalized inventory thing would start to work. And especially when we see it expand later on to the things like components and other things that'll happen in the game. So those things that we've been talking about for years in theory, to finally see the meat getting on the bones for those, to me, has been great, because it is bringing us closer to the vision of what Chris has had versus what maybe a lot of people thought the game would be. Let me go back.
You mind if I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you mind if I drop in on the Death of a Spaceman? I just wanted to say that was the 2013 document that came out. And you know, almost 8 years ago, and you know, we're just getting more information about it this year. So that was a big thing for a lot us.
Very good point.
I don't think new players may not know. Yeah, it was a long time coming.
Yep, absolutely. Very quickly, let me give you guys an update for those of you who know we're doing a charity fundraiser tonight. We are at $1,865. You guys have raised an additional $1,800 rather in just over an hour. Thank you guys so much. And so awesome. Again, I just put the link into chat. Take a look at it. We're doing this fundraiser for Alyssianah Noire's family. We're going to do another video of her after this next part, because I know y'all can't wait to hear from the panel on this next subject.
Get us to $2,000 in 5 minutes, and I will kill Errris live on air for you.
Not on our channel.
Not on our channel.
Not on our channel.
Yes. Oh
we do it on your channel.
I didn't specify which channel. I just said live on air.
Fair enough. You guys heard that. There'll be some serious choking going on. Virtual choking going on. Okay. Let me spin back to Noobifier here, because here comes the one everybody's going to be curious about. What was the worst of 2021? The worst of 2021. Noobifier is back on you.
I'm going to say okay, so it's not a shock, right? I found the community confusion behind the MISC Odyssey to be frustrating to me because, and it's not even about CIG, right? It's about the community and the misrepresentation of what it is. Everyone saw this ship as this crazy mining platform, industry ship. And the more people I spoke with, they're like, well, I bought it to do this. And I'm like, well, that's not what it's, that's not what the document said. And I don't think it's CIG's fault at all. It is just people flat spinning about it. I would have loved it to come out with the Q&A sooner.
Yes.
Because that, again, so I'm talking about something very, very recent. We ended up with most ships that came out had a Q&A right away. And I don't think that they purposely delayed it, but they knew what people were going to do with this, or at least seen where it was going. And I think they could have squashed it by releasing the Q&A quick. Even if they didn't wait for our questions, they knew what the questions, right? So anyways, sorry for sounding a little bit frustrated, but the company itself, we know exactly what we've gotten into. We are all the masters of our own credit cards. We can't be pissed off with our own purchases because it's us, right? And we freely give our money or choose not to, whatever. However, when a spaceship comes out like that, please go look. If you're unsure, go look at streams, go look at YouTube videos and all this other stuff to find out what other people are talking about it, because it was black and white. It was right in the concept document.
Yeah. I to be honest with you, there were two things to your point. I kept hearing people, blow it up more and more. There was kind of like what we want the ship to do versus what we kind of saw. Even though there wasn't a lot there, there was enough there. And I know some people wanted it to be this great mining ship or this, and I was like, no. It mentioned Quantanium. I think if they only mentioned Quantanium, that's where we should be focusing. But to your point, the Q&A, if it had come out a little bit earlier, because they did do a Q&A that week, but it wasn't on that. And it would have been great if they had did that. You also had a great opening for your video. Do you remember what it was you said when you said Explorer ship to your video for that? And I fell out laughing when I read you said it. You said Explorer.
I forget. I would have to go.
You said like
a couple of
Explorer
weeks
ship.
ago. I forget what I said.
Yeah, you said something like Explorer ship. Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, that's exactly what I said. It was like, Carrick killer my ass is literally what I said, because I went and looked at it, and the Carrick. So I always. You're not supposed to do this, but I always put things into context of what something costs. Carrick, when it came out, was a sweet deal. I think it was like $350, and even that, again, that doesn't matter. Even at $600, this is still a $700 ship, and it has no specialty. It's basically a fat freelancer, I think, is another thing I said at the beginning of that video. And again, it wasn't meant to be salty. Right. It's just I was confused as to why people were going crazy about this apparatus, this JPEG, right?
Yeah. Now, Noobify, I'm going to flip back a little bit. It's not fat, it's just big boned.
Oh my God, you're saying that Odyssey is big boned? Look at the carrot. That thing hasn't stopped eating since it was first concepted.
Yeah.
Actually, it's gotten small. They had to shrink the carrot.
Yeah, they had to
shrink it a little bit. An entire other carrot inside itself.
It did get fat. It did get fat. It actually did get fat. It did get fat.
I have to disagree with that statement, though. I really quickly have to disagree with it, because the Odyssey has a specialization. Look, I've actually just started playing Star Citizen again, or ever, and oh my God, taking out like an arrow or a hornet or something and getting like 3 feet into Stanton and running out of quantum fuel. Fuel is going to matter so much, especially as we get to systems that aren't, gas station on every single rock everywhere like Stanton is, right? Stanton is hugely populated and there are gas stations everywhere. Carrick's still going to have a lot, but being able to mine your own fuel that's its specialization. That's where it is far better than any other ship, because no other ship can do it, period.
But to your point, I think the argument...
Can I say something against that?
Sure.
Okay, so that's it's a one-trick pony, and it can't fuel anything but itself. So that's the problem with it, is if you could take a Carrack and bring a Starfarer, and then the Starfarer could do that for everyone, right? So this is the issue. If it was if it was a Widowmaker, if it was a god ship and it could just fly out there and do its own thing unsupported, then yes, I would believe that your point to be valid. But because it needs support anyways, why not bring one more ship and bring a Carrack that has jump computers, drones, all of the other stuff that you can actually use, not just find
what
fuel.
What support does it need? What support does it need?
I object. Because I am a Carrack owner. I did not switch over. I am sticking with my Carrack. I don't want a Starfarer chasing me that hasn't got the fuel capacity that I have, that also needs to be another ship to fuel, run, pay. And also, I need someone else that has a Starfarer. I'd rather have my Carrack plot out my course properly with the fuel that I know I have, come back home.
Let me say something about all these ships, and I think Noobifier, you touched on this a little bit about. We talked about what the ship does. My recommendation to people was that right now we don't know what exploration is. The mechanic in the game is not there. We just keep hearing that word. There's not one exploration ship in the game that works. 315, Carrack, none of them have any of their implementation of exploration yet. So anytime you buy an exploration ship, Endeavor, it's all in theory. And people were trying to overlay theories on top of the Odyssey. There was this, the marketing, separating ourselves from the marketing. I don't want to belabor this point. Separating ourselves from the marketing and actually reading the fine print is a big issue for me. And the fine print talked about the fact that you could get, now here's the thing about the Quantanium, guys. Harvesting Quantanium is great, but you got to find it. Who knows if that system even has freaking Quantanium when you're in it? So there's a whole lot of dynamics around that ship that are still in the iffy area. If you're into exploration, you probably bought it. You probably said, hey, I trust CIG. I see how they're doing mining. If they take exploration to the level of mining, boom, I know this ship is going to be great. Carrack stands alone. Carrack stands alone in itself as a Pathfinder, which is what it is. It's a Pathfinder. Has all the great stuff for wormholes and all that other stuff. Once it finds stuff, you send the freaking Odyssey in to start doing exploration. And after that, then you set up your Endeavor to stay there for a while. Every one of them has, I don't think there's that ship that just does everything. And I think people, that's what they were looking for in the Odyssey. What's that ship that does everything? And that was a huge mistake of people
That's the Endeavor.
in the community. Nope, it ain't the Endeavor. No. That's the Endeavor. All right, let me go to Gomab, and then we got wait, no. We have to go to Errris. You're going to give us, you said worst, right? Did you give us our worst? Did you say the worst yet? What was the worst for 2021?
I did not.
Okay, yeah,
I have not said worst.
Noobifier gave us yours. What was the worst of 2021?
I'm actually going to sort of echo Noobifier on this, but be a little less antagonistic towards CIG in it. They're not antagonistic. I don't know what words are anymore. But again, the community's reading of that damn server meshing post and the 100-person limit and everyone blowing up that we're like, the goal is 100. Oh, the sky is falling. Shut up, guys. Oh my god. Just stop.
Okay.
Just stop.
That was the worst for you. Okay. Fair enough.
It just makes me want to cry sometimes.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm sensing a pattern here about the worst being in Spectrum.
Us?
No, the worst being in Spectrum and actually outside of the game, you know.
Yeah, Spectrum can be a monster. Shiver, what about you? Worst of 2021?
All the good ones have been taken, so I'm going to take one that I think is extremely important to myself. Okay. And I believe the entire community, without exception, and that is the complete absence of Melissa Estrada.
That's an old joke if people don't get it. Eric gets it, obviously. That's an old joke.
Oh, Lord. Okay. I'm going to move on.
Only because all the good answers were taken.
They were all gone. I know. Okay. All right, let's go to Gomab. Worst of 2021.
400i.
Don't even start. Don't even go there. Don't even go there.
No. To me, my other ones are just as bad. Like the ship showdown.
Okay. Ship showdown. That was worse. Okay.
That was a mess. But I actually picked some real things like the inferior. I'm sorry, the Inferno, and how that and how they ended up with that.
Oh boy!
And then overall the issues with trading this year. Trading has been.
I only get one or two. Don't give me the long list. Just give me one or two. I'll go with the Inferno, and you're saying the Ship Showdown. Those two are the funky ones for you.
My actual real ones are trading and bounty hunter bugs. I'll do that.
Okay, I'll buy that for $1. FC.
I do.
Oh, yeah, Shiver.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I did think of an actual one.
Mm-hmm.
I missed a hangar because I loved being able to just buy a ship, spawn it in the hangar, and go, yeah, I wasted my money on that. It's lovely. Rather than annoying people in an actual live server being part of the problem of bringing the server speed down and all that, just so I can go, yeah, don't tell the wife about this.
Okay. Fair enough. FC?
Gomab stole my fake answer. I was going to say the Argo Cargo winning the Ship Showdown.
Okay.
Shiver stole my real answer about the hangar disappearing. I know it's coming back, but it's one of the first things I did whenever there's a new patch. I don't go into the PU. I go to the hangar to try to see the new shiny ship. If it'll spawn, and if it'll spawn without damage. I know it was buggy, but when I came to the game, the hangar module was I think my first module, so yeah, I missed it, but I'm looking forward to coming back.
Okay, DK
and 50,000 people logged in today to upvote the Argo Cargo over the MSR. That's not right.
Okay, all right.
The best ship won.
DK. How about you? What was the your worst for 2021?
Thanks for the follow.
You know what? It really was hard for me, and now a lot of the answers are already gone. So it's even harder now for me to think of something that was that bad. Throughout this year, I would say I kind of echo the sentiments of Noobifier. Talking about just the misunderstanding within the community. I think it's just so much, and I don't know if it seems like it got worse this year or not. It just seems to be more, back and forth and bickering and things like that. And of course, that only happens if you really go down that dumpster fire of Spectrum. I mean, and I do from time to time. I think maybe it's just that that things need to be clearly spoken out from CIG themselves to clearly explain what something is and what it was meant for and what it's going to do, or whether it relates to ships or to servers or anything like that. I think it's just maybe that communication could be a little clearer. I mean, we don't have to have more. They're giving us lots of information. Just make it clean and clear so that the community can understand those, especially new people that come into the game.
Thanks for the follow.
Not understand what's going on and make it a wrong impression. So I think that would be a lot better if they could do that.
Okay. Well, you guys pick the good ones.
We want to thank the No Face Press for the follow, by the way.
Thank you. You guys picked all the good ones, so I'm going to go with the Luminalia. Not the decrease in 1,000 to 250, but stop giving us stinking Spectrum badges. I don't care about Spectrum badges. Give us something good. Give us something good. Okay. All right. Let me thank everybody for that. We got our best and our worst in. We're going to take a quick break and check out this very short video. Those of you who don't know who Alyssianah Niore is, we have a video because she actually had, usually when she makes videos, we never saw her in a video, but there was one time, and Alyssianah, if you're still here, maybe you can tell me if there was more than once, where she actually was on a video. And you all might remember when we used to do Citizen of the Stars. We don't do that anymore, but they used to do Citizen of the Stars. I think Noobifier, you were on there, right? Were you on Citizen of the Stars before?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, you've been on. Okay, Errris, were you ever on?
Yes, he was.
He was? Okay, Shiver, you?
Thank you, Shiver. I don't have.
No, I don't know. I don't know why you keep asking me back here. I don't know why Errris keeps asking me on this podcast.
Okay.
We love you, man.
All right. Well, let's take a quick look at the Citizen of the Stars, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Citizens of the Stars, our weekly look at the amazing content creations made by you, the Star Citizen community. And to start us off this week, we're going to throw it to Tyler Nolan and this week's Citizen Spotlight.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another edition of Citizen Spotlight, where we get to talk to some of the amazing content creators within the Star Citizen community. Joining me this week is YouTuber Alyssianah. Hey Aliciana, thank you for joining me today.
Hi Tyler, thank you for having me.
You've had a gaming blog for over a decade. Why did you start making Star Citizen videos?
Well, I've been gaming, primarily doing MMOs for a really long time, and I always blog about my adventures. And so I started including pictures of Star Citizen, but the scope and fidelity is really just hard to explain, I think, in words and to be captured in a still photograph. So I wanted people to really understand what I was experiencing this early in the game's development life cycle. So I wanted to include video.
Can you tell the viewers what kind of content people can expect to see on your YouTube page?
I primarily do two shows. One is Casual Citizen, which is ship reviews, game mechanics, talks about the content that's currently in the alpha or what's upcoming. And then I do something a little quirkier called the Star Citizen Night Bus, which is a lot of op-ed, lore, and I've recently started doing some fan fiction set in the Star Citizen universe.
I'm looking forward to future episodes. One last question before we go. What is your favorite ship so far?
It's going to be the ship I purchased last, which was the 890 Jump.
That's an excellent choice. Thanks again for taking the time to talk to me today.
Thank you for having me.
That's all for Citizen Spotlight. Let's see what's going on this week in Star Citizen.
Alrighty then. That was Alyssianah. For those of you who never saw Alyssianah, that was her. And again, we're highlighting this today to help her out with a charity fundraiser for her family. We put the link into chat. We'll put it in there again. You guys can check it out if you feel led to, if you feel compelled to. We would ask that you would give any donations tonight instead of subscribing to us and stuff like that, that you guys would consider supporting her GoFundMe for her family. The details are there, and we'll put that in for you guys so you can check it out. Thank you, fastcart, for dropping that in there. I'm going to show another video of hers that she made. That was Citizen of the Stars. CIG hasn't been doing those in a while, but there was another video that she made for the Million Mile High Club. Now, some of you may not know what the Million Mile High Club is, so we're going to show you a very short video of what it was. Let's see, who's a member of the Million Mile High Club here? Anybody? Shiver? Yes? No?
I might be.
Errris, are you a member of the Million Mile High Club?
Absolutely not.
No? Oh, wow. Noobifier, are you?
No, I need to get a little bit more into the referrals if I'm going to do that. I haven't been spamming my own code, and I don't have regrets, but it would have got me there.
You would have been there. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Go Mob.
Sorry to interrupt. You have to go.
Yeah, I got to head out, but
Okay.
I just want to say to you guys, thank you for hosting this, and yeah.
Thanks for stopping by. Say bye to Alyssianah because I think she's still in there. So give her a shout.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say, but I.
Goodbye. You're gonna say bye.
Yeah, bye. No, just I have a cousin who's actually in a similar situation right now, and I really feel for you, and I hope everything turns out for the best. So best of luck, and take care.
Awesome. Thank you for hanging in, man. Thanks for dropping it in. Okay, we'll see you later.
Bye all.
Alrighty. Awesome. Gomob, are you in the Million Mile High Club?
Definitely not.
Fastcart.
No.
Dark Knight.
Nope.
Okay, so let's give the background here. Noobifier, you may have to help me out because it's been a while. To get in the Million Mile High Club back in the day, and I'm not sure if this is still the case, you had to buy the $10,000 package. And if you bought that package, you got access to the Million Mile High Club. Is that right?
I think it was either that you could do it one shot, or I believe you needed to breach a threshold. I think you needed to have $10,000 spent.
Okay.
But it was first come, first serve, and there was a limit.
Mm-hmm. And then
I didn't know that.
Yep. And then it got changed, and I think it went to 15,000. But it still was based upon a package. You couldn't do it cumulatively anymore. And there was also this thing she talks about a little bit, that you could also invite people to come there. I've never been.
Yeah.
I've never been there. I know some people who have access, but I've never gone like with them. So let's take a quick look at that for those of you who've never seen the Million Mile High Club. And they actually do have it in the game. It's just that we're not accessing it. I don't think can people access it now, Noobifier, or is it closed down?
The only time I've ever seen it myself was back in like 2016 when you could glitch in, you could change some code, right? And I don't know if they've updated it since, because I also have never been invited in.
Okay.
People are just rude to me, right?
Wow, man, they're treating us bad. Okay, let's check out this video real quick, gang.
If you're here listening to me, it's likely that you already know this story. The humble but ambitious beginnings of a Kickstarter campaign, looking to raise $500,000 that has now raised $100 million. Let me say that again. $500,000 to $100 million. What I'm taking a tour through now is a backer reward from the original 2012 Kickstarter campaign. It's the Million Mile High Club, a reward that was part of the $10,000 Commander's Package. The Million Mile High Club will be an exclusive, members-only location that will exist in the Star Citizen persistent universe. At this point in time, the only way to gain access is to have purchased the Commander's Package or be invited in by someone who did. Hats off to the actual members. I salute them in their exuberant backing of Star Citizen. One of the things I love most about MMORPGs is visiting distant and fantastical worlds, having experiences that are otherwise impossible. And what makes a game compelling for me are the graphics and the art style. Not gonna lie, I'm a bit of an elitist when it comes to graphics. Console quality will never be enough for me to feel fully immersed in a virtual world. I applaud and love the graphic fidelity in Star Citizen, where most every angle is worthy of being a photograph. The small details they design into locations create a sense of a living, breathing world. The wine glass left behind, a crumpled note, the partially opened book laying slightly askew on the table, all breadcrumbs to past activities, the shadows of others having been there before me. These are the chords that draw me in, keep me engaged and curious. I can appreciate the luxury of this club versus the industrial filth of ArtCorp or the cluttered, claustrophobia-inducing rooms on Crusader. These variances exist in our world today, and it makes sense for it to be represented in a game that is striving for realism. And you can see these seemingly small but profoundly important elements lovingly designed into Star Citizen. The Million Mile High Club is no exception. There are many angles I'd be willing to have hung as paintings in my home. I can imagine meeting friends here, relaxing and sharing stories, cracking jokes while I'm nursing a beverage at home in real life, or sitting quietly and being lulled into restfulness watching the fish glide by. Even when I'm more and more impressed with what Cloud Imperium Games is delivering, I have to remember that this is only the beginning.
Alrighty, man. And now that I've seen that again, I remember when I first saw the Million Mile High Club, it looked like it was much bigger than that. But I'm realizing they need to expand because
it felt bigger and it felt grander.
Yeah, it did, and it seems a little bit smaller now. I'm not sure. They are going to have these other areas in the game. Million Mile High Club. I think there's also a Chairman's Club that they're supposed to have as well. I think because I know in the game there is a Chairman's Club area with a bouncer or a guard or somebody there. Let me ask a quick question. Noobifier, will people use those areas? I mean, and who would use those areas? Are they just going to be areas that'll be vacant, you think?
No, I think I actually think that the people who have access to it will use it a lot because it's exclusive. Just like if you had an 890 jump, why not fly that around instead of your Cuddy Black, right? You own it, and it's a status symbol, right? So I do think 100%.
Okay. Shiver?
It'd definitely be used. I mean, it might not be the most popular place, but if you have a lifetime membership on Star Trek Online, there's very much a similar area, just a special space station you can go so you feel better about yourself than other players. And it's quiet, but it is still used by other people.
Yeah.
So I can see it being used.
Okay. All right. Well, Soul Citizens, I guess we're going to have to throw a party. Gomob, you need to go ahead and drop that 15 so we can go up there and you just invite us in. Because you can't go by invite, by the way. People can't invite you in if they have access. So, you know.
And does it come with a coupon for a free divorce lawyer?
Okay, I guess that means it's not going to happen. All right. So we're gonna move forward here. And talk a little bit more about 2022 because that's what this show is about. Yeah.
I want to interrupt real quick and let you know that we have cracked 2,000.
Awesome. Whoa, congratulations. $2,020. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being able to support this GoFundMe for Alyssianah. This is great, and her family. And please keep it coming. For those of you who haven't had the opportunity, take a look at the page. There's information there about why we're doing this charity for one of our own members of the community. Actually, one of those foundational lore people for the Star Citizen community. So we really appreciate it. And she's here. She's saying thank you. So she's already writing personal thank yous to everybody. So, and by the way, Unique, I saw you beat me and you raised me. So you're making me work here. I'm considering it. You matched me and you raised me. I saw that on the list. Okay, let me jump to Noobifier here. The question of the hour right now is, what is your holiday wish for 2022? You can name anywhere from 1 to 3 things that you would like to see. And, we're talking about just, obviously seeing the game finished, but what do you think is realistic? What would you love to see happen in 2022?
Are you talking game specific or just in general?
Well, to the game, to Star Citizen, Squadron, CIG, whatever's in that area. What's your holiday wish?
So 1, 2, and 3, I want more Chris Roberts because we hit 400 million and he's still MIA. I know he's busy. I know he's got family and kids and all that stuff, but he's the CEO of the company. He's the reason we're here. I need to see more Chris Roberts. Give me more Chris Roberts. I don't even care if it's for 5 minutes. 10 for the Chair was a great show.
Yes.
Yeah, 10 for the Chair was exactly what I wanted. 2, an actual roadmap. I know we got a roadmap to a roadmap, and yes, it's there. I get it. It's all there. But and I know the disclaimer's there. We throw something on the roadmap, everyone gets all hyped, and then it moves and people get disappointed. That is counterproductive, right? And I don't have a solution for it. I really don't. And then an actual, I know that it's been Chris's desire to not give dates anymore, and I know why. It burns, right? You put a date out. I just finished saying about the roadmap. You set a date, everyone gets poopy because you missed the date, and then it looks bad, but it wasn't bad to begin with. So I'm going to contradict myself and say I would love for them in a scale of years when we should maybe expect to see Squadron 42. And I'm going to preface all this. I understand that it's a decision that will potentially destroy the company, because if they come out and say it's not coming up for 5 years, that will stall everything, right? There's no funding, blah, blah, blah. Maybe I'm being a bit of a dramatic with this. The other option is they could come out and say it's out next year and lie, right? So again, I know why they don't give us dates, but this is the one we really need, because we do kind of look dumb as a community, because we're supposed to get this, what was it called, the War Room, it was quarterly updates. They did one and then it stopped. I forget what it was called even. Anyways, those are my 3 things, and it's all transparency, really.
Yeah. Okay, those are great. Shiver, 1 to 3 things you would love for your holiday wish for 2022 for Star Citizen.
I know someone else is going to say the big juicy thing, so I'm going to think smaller. I want to see the power grids and how that's going to work. I want to see salvaging, and I want to see the armor systems. Plain, simple.
Ooh.
That's what I'd like.
Ooh. Okay. Gomab.
I want server meshing. Which I hope that will be.
When you say you wonder, are you saying you think that there's a possibility that it can be delivered in 2022?
I think possibility that it can be delivered in 2022.
Okay.
I want to see the Odyssey.
Mm.
I'm thinking that it should hopefully be out sometime in the first or second half of 2022. I want to see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to put everything to bed, and of course, I want to see a lot of the new ships. Actually, scratch that. I don't want to see the new ships. I want to see the old ships that people have purchased come. Okay. Like the BMM, and I want to see the Apollo series now that we have things. So, those are the things. Like if I could, King for a Day, let's do that. I'd like for them to, I like to see them continue to refine their approach as to how they are working on ships. I think I was speaking to some folks earlier this week about this. I would like to see, like at every Invictus or Fleet Week or whatever, or CitizenCon, whatever, they say, hey, here are the 2 new ships that we are releasing, but here's the one older ship that we're introducing a new pass to. Surprise, it's now flyable.
Thanks
here's the new
follow.
stuff that we're adding to your ship, right? We've updated that. We're not abandoning these older ships in their semi-broken state and just keep selling you new ships.
Okay.
In hopes that, and the most important thing in 2022, I want to see my hoodie get delivered.
Okay, fair enough. Scuba Steve, thank you so much for the host. We appreciate that. FC, 1 to 3 things. What are your holiday wishes for 2022?
I'm going to try to TheNoobifier got my Chris Harvard answer, so I'm going to try to think of a couple of other things. But how about like the Barry Merchantman? I'm okay if it doesn't come out in 2022. If it gets pushed to 2023, I'm fine with that because it'll be that much better when it comes out. But maybe like for the Endeavor. Like, remember how the Merchman got a concept reworked in 2017? How about something like that for the Endeavor, so people can see what direction the developers want to take the ship? I know John Cruz loads the Endeavor, but maybe just like a new concept image or some kind of workup or something like that. Other thing is, okay, I haven't said this before. Titan suit. We haven't heard anything about that in a while. The Titan suit. And my third thing is CitizenCon in LA in September or October. I know it's on the schedule, but plans may change, stuff may happen, but I really hope that happens in 2022 because I'm missing people. And I forgot to say for the best things in 2021, some of the best things is seeing and meeting more people from the community, because the love and support from the community is awesome.
Okay. DK, what's your holiday wish, buddy? 2022.
Yeah, so let's see. I'm going to start with the Starliner. I'm very much looking forward to that coming, but that also means bringing in that gameplay that goes with the passenger gameplay. I know we got taxi service coming up, but I would like to see that further expanded into actual passengers. But then that also goes into the cargo refactor, which I would actually hope to see coming soon. But we know it's coming. But I'm looking forward to that and its iterations as it moves forward. But in order to have that, Gomab took that one, but it was server meshing. In order for all of that to work, that would have to be something that we get in order to tie it all together, and then I can fly my Starliner and make bank.
Okay, fair enough. I'm going to go with 3 things here, and Noobifier touched on one of them. I would love to see an annual report from Chris Roberts, the annual thing, end of the year or beginning of the year speech, something that says, where the vision is going, direction, how he feels about things, something along those lines. I have mentioned this when we had the virtual bar citizens. I wish they would do pillar talks again, either twice a year or quarterly. When we hear from those heads, that's almost as good as hearing from Chris. When they're all sitting around, you know, Brian Chambers and Tony Z and all those folks, it's nice to hear from them. I love hearing from the devs. But when they sit at that table and kind of give us a kind of a briefing of where things are, to me, it always seems like the community responds well to that. The last thing I would say of my 3 would be whatever it takes to bring up player counts, whether that's server meshing, whatever it is, socks, whatever it is to move us up to the next level from where we get these 50 people in a server to 100, 250, whatever. I would love to see that more people can come into the verse, especially with the anticipation of us going into Pyro. Otherwise, you know, space is already pretty empty right now at 50. If they open up Pyro, but we can't get more players in there, it's going to really feel empty. So I would love to see those 3 things in particular happen in relation to 2022. Okay. I know you guys have a lot of stuff in the chat there that you guys are punching in about this too. So feel free to share what you would love to see happen in 2022. We've got one more Alyssianah video that we're going to share with you. This is a tough one for some of us on this panel. This is a tough one. Alyssianah, we want you to know that we're doing this because you did it. Because this is a tough one. Because the title of this one is slavery. Okay. And we're, you know, that slavery thing doesn't go well with us at the bottom part of the screen. But we're going to talk about slavery in Star Citizen. Shiver, stop laughing. All right, but we're going to talk about slavery.
I'm not laughing. I'm just like, oh my God.
All right, we're talking about slavery in Star Citizen. Some of you may not know that there is actually slavery in Star Citizen. So we are going to talk about, look at this. It's a really cool video, very informative, especially for those of you who are going to deal with the Banu. So pay attention. All right, here we go. We'll be back.
Welcome to another episode of Casual Citizen, an ongoing series about the upcoming first-person MMO Star Citizen by Cloud Imperium Games. I'm your host, Alyssianah from AlyssianahsWorld.com. This week's episode is going to discuss what we know so far about the plans for including slavery in the Star Citizen universe. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy. Begin transmission. While diversity in gameplay makes MMOs go round, I admit to being surprised about the planned slavery mechanic. Though it's not the first MMO to include this theme, to my knowledge, it is the first where players may actually see the related events play out with actual avatars as slaves. Slavery in EVE Online. EVE Online was the first MMO I played that included slavery in a present-day storyline for one of the playable races. In the lore, almost 1/3 of Minmatars are enslaved by the Amarr Empire. This conflict is reflected in missions, and Minmatar and Amarr are opponents in faction warfare. In EVE, however, this all plays out as chits in your cargo bay, since outside of a player's instance hangar, no one has an avatar. You are your ship. NPCs are a ship. Transporting what EVE categorizes as livestock appears as a token in your cargo bay, a line of text, a stick figure icon. In Star Citizen, that won't be the case, as it's a first-person MMO with avatars. Slavery in Star Citizen. We are likely to see avatars as slaves in Star Citizen. Slaves and indentured servants are legal within the Banu culture. We have present-day lore discussing locations where slave activity occurs. We have a ship, the Banu Merchantman, capable of displaying cargo from a viewing room and conducting sales transactions while aboard the ship. There are players conjecturing that they will be displaying slaves that they have for sale aboard the Banu Merchantman. We haven't had confirmation one way or the other. Slavery is discussed in the official Star Citizen's Writer's Guide, Episode 5. You can hear a narrated version in my Soundcloud library where I narrated the entire series. This was my first attempt at narration, a precursor to Casual Citizen. The sound quality isn't the best, but should suffice for learning purposes. And recent discussions of planned Star Marine maps and scenarios discusses an encounter where one side will be Marines and the other slavers. The writer's guide tells us that there are 2 phases to a slave's induction. First, they are snatched, which can happen anywhere, even in populated cities. Next, the captive is transported, which results in a variety of methods depending on the sophistication of the trafficker's operation. They may be shipped in cages if being transported in a system where slavery is legal, or anesthetized and shipped in scan-protected sleeping coffins when being done covertly. Doesn't sound very pleasant. Players can be captured. From what we know so far, players can be captured and inducted into slavery. Time to put on your situational awareness hat and yank it down two-fisted. Star Citizen won't always be sunshine and rainbows. Having your ship destroyed could be the least of your worries. While we don't have details on how players will be able to incapacitate one another, we do know that a form of it is coming. It's needed for the bounty hunter profession, which includes ships that transport captured avatars. We will also have a prison system with physical locations to support detaining them. I've located at least one on the ARC star map. It's in Kellogg 6, also known as Quarterdeck, and uses the nearby Justice Star space station for processing inmates. Don't worry, you won't lose control of your character. What happens when an actual player is captured with the goal of being sold into slavery or delivered to the penal system? The last we heard is that we'll be able to buy our freedom or escape. We don't have details on the pros or cons of making that decision. Whatever choice you do make is likely to manifest itself as a cutscene, after which you'll be allowed to continue playing the game unfettered. Your captured avatar will be replaced using an NPC to represent you, leaving your captor in possession of a captive. Seems like a mechanic that should suit most players. Slavery is illegal in the UEE. For my sensibilities, the idea of slavery is a nasty business all the way around. And although the activity is very illegal in UEE space, it does exist. Its legal implementation takes the form of sledging rock on a frontier world for minimum wages, where the company controls the local economy, which pretty much amounts to slave labor. Slave labor is partly to blame for the broken moon in Tyrannus, a location also used as one of the maps in Arena Commander. Krabzos's zealot greed and lust for expansion led them to using near slave labor and substandard parts in their terraformation efforts, the results of which managed to crack the mantle of Tyrannus' small moon, splitting it into a million dangerous chunks. Known systems with slave markets. The ARC Star Map and Galactic Guides, my personal Bibles to the Star Citizen universe, tells us about systems where sentient trafficking takes place. These are systems you'll want to approach with extreme caution, lest you unwittingly become someone else's cargo. Cathcart is considered the face of piracy, and slaves are among the black market activities taking place on Spider. Null 5, also known as Alyssianah, is infamous as a slaver's hell. Here you can buy, sell, or be captured as a slave. There are also rumors of a traveling slave market that forms at random times and locations. Kins 2 is home to the Banu Indentured Service Market, where this is legal activity. Like it or not, slavery will be part of the Star Citizen universe, and you should be aware of the dangers involved when frequenting areas with a history of participation. If you want to know more about these star systems, as well as lore related to player professions, including the underbelly of black market, smuggling, and the slave trade, visit Alyssianahsworld.com. There you can find detailed topology of all the known star systems, as well as star system dossiers that tie player career opportunities to physical locations within the planned universe. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please consider subscribing to my channel and giving the episode a thumbs up. Also consider using my referral code if you haven't created an account on robertspaceindustries.com. Doing so will give you 5,000 in-game credits when the game goes live and grants me a few in-game goodies. Be kind and fly safe. This is Alyssianah signing off until next time. End transmission.
Okay, we are back. That was the video on slavery, slaving, slavers, and all that other good stuff. Shiver. Were you aware that there was going to be slavery, slaving, slavers in the Star Citizen universe?
I was kind of expecting it because it takes a lot of inspiration from the Roman Empire, which had indentured servitude in it. And that's all I'm going to say about this entire topic and move along. But I will just say that I really enjoy her voice. It's wonderful.
Yep, absolutely. Noobifier, you up on the slavery thing with the game and the Banu and all that stuff?
Yep, I've been tracking the game a long time, and I knew even from Kickstarter days that Chris was going to commit to not necessarily an R-rated game, but an adult game. And I think he's always figured that we're adult enough to role play that without, taking it too far.
Yeah.
So
he hasn't met gamers apparently.
Right. So the irony is that the org that I am part of, we've decided to play green regardless. Like we're a PMC, and not even that we won't do it in hidden. Like we won't even. It's just not something we do. So when we recruit people, we actually say, listen, we know it's in the game. We're going to choose to not do it, for example, by choice. But it's definitely going to be a good part of the game, because those that are doing it, if it's our bounty to go get them, right, you need to have conflict to have game. So it's part of the game.
Yeah, definitely. DK, we went through this when we did our piece on the Banu back in the day, right? And talking about how they look at everything based upon economics and trade. They're not looking at it from any moral standpoint. So, and they've talked about that there could be some danger if you travel through certain parts of space and, one of those Banu slaver ships happened to get you, right? How would you feel about that if you got caught by some Banu slavers? Do you think that? Have you thought about what that gameplay might be like? Because they talked about you either pay your way out or you escape, right?
Okay, yeah. You know what? I haven't thought about it. I honestly haven't. I don't know what I would do.
You better call fastcart, because he's with the Banu merchants, and call fastcart.
I know, right? But I do know that it was in the game. I played Elite Dangerous. They had slaves in the game too. But the thing is, you couldn't see them. Yeah. So that's the biggest difference. I'm not exactly sure if I'm not exactly sure if it bothers me or not. Just because it's not humans doing it, and it's another race of species. So maybe that's probably why it doesn't bother me as much. But I know players, and if you give them the option to do it, someone's just going to run wild with it and just do some. I know what players can do. Okay. And players can be pretty nasty in times. So I'm with Noobifier. I'll go and we'll go and take them out.
Okay, fair enough. Gomab, let me jump to you. When we saw the video the CIG put out, Reunion, right? There was possibly an example of indentured servitude or bond slavery happening there, right? We saw this big fortified place. It wasn't necessarily a prison where this woman was delivering this woman in the handcuffs, right? Is that the type of thing that we might see where people will take bounties on people and put them into, some type of indentured servitude?
Yeah, you're going to have a lot of people that are just going to do what's profitable. Damn the morality or whatever comes with it, right? So sure, yeah, if they say, hey, look, the most profitable profession in the game is transporting human cargo, then you're going to have a lot of people in the game doing it. And you know, because in games is where a lot of gamers are able to suspend their own morality, right? They're able to act, behave, and do the things that they normally wouldn't do in real life, due to whatever reason, whether they don't think it's right or they know they'd get, you know, knocked out. You know what I'm saying? And so they do that in a game. So if you give players to exercise their own inner personalities that they can't exercise in the real world.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll see people.
You see what'll happen. Okay. Fastcart, you get the last question here, right? Alyssiana referenced the fact that it will be also NPCs, right? That could be transported and stuff. And we know how you are about your Banu merchantmen. Are you going to be transporting NPC slaves, or are you going to be freeing them? Are you going to be using your ship as a decoy to free them from their bondage? What are you going to do?
My merchantman will be the overground railroad. How about that? Not the underground, because it's in space, but the overground railroad.
Overground railroad? Okay.
Yeah, I do have one question.
Yeah.
When I try to escape and it chop off my foot, will this apply to cybernetic foot?
Oh, God. Here we go. The Kunta Kinte joke had to show up, right? It had to show up, right? Was it Toby? Which one was it? Was it Toby?
Yes.
It's Toby.
Same
right?
person.
Okay.
Same person.
Okay. Well, listen, we are just about ready to wrap up for the night. What we do want to go back is, well, first of all, let's do an update. Where are we at with our fundraising right now?
Oh, we were at 2,100 last time I looked.
And we are still at 2,100. We are at 2,100. We are going to do a giveaway tonight. We're going to do 2 ships for a giveaway tonight. And I'm actually going to ask Shiver and TheNoobifier if they'd hang in just for a couple more minutes so they could do the countdowns for us for that. Because you guys have really been great
No
tonight.
one said anything about maths.
No, but
Counting.
Good friend. Thank you for the follow.
I know. We are going to, I'm going to try to encourage us. We're at 2,100 guys, and their goal is 5,000. We are going to ask that you guys would consider hitting that 2,500 mark before we leave tonight. If we don't, that's great. You guys have done an amazing job tonight within the less than 2 hours that we've been here. But man, if we could get them to their halfway point tonight, that would be awesome. And so I'm going to just say, if we can, that's great. I'm willing to put another 100 in. If anybody wants to match that, you guys can match that. Okay. I'm going to put another 100 in. If you guys can match that and get us to 2,500 before we close out tonight, it will be amazing. So
let me check my ship buying account that my wife doesn't know about. Hold on.
Your ship buying account. By the way, before we go anywhere, I want to make sure we say thank you to Shiver and Errris and TheNoobifier for taking the invitation to drop in tonight to recognize what we're doing to support Alyssiana and her family.
We got a guest.
We have another guest. Oh my God! Who? Oh my goodness! We do have a guest. Wow! I feel good. JB, what's going on? That is so cool. You know what? You've got a scary screen going on there, but I'm going to try to put you in here. Let's see if we can. Oh, there it is. Okay, he's moving around. That's why. Okay, give me 1 second. Goes. Yeah, we're gonna drop in. We have a new guest who's dropping in here tonight with us, gang. So hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. There he is. There he is.
This guy looks suspicious.
Yeah, hello. He's got kind of a semi-familiar face there. We don't know. He just kind of dropped into our link and we didn't know it. That's a cool hat, man. We haven't seen that hat before. Is that like something exclusive? Your mic's not on.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, do us a favor and mute in OBS Ninja, because we're using Discord for audio. And then there you go. There we go. No echoes now. How are you, man? Everybody, you guys know who this is. It's Zyloh. Thanks for joining us.
What's up, man?
Zyloh, what's happening, brother?
Howdy. I'm sorry I'm late. I've been with family.
Everybody has. Don't worry. No,
swing by and say hello.
We appreciate
it. I just tuned in. I heard you saying that you were wrapping up, and I was like, darn it.
No, thank you for
Can I ask you a question, Zyloh, that I've always wondered?
Yes.
Do you have a brother named Phone?
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. Fastcart, he's coming for your crown, brother.
No, we go back and forth all the time. You just don't know.
God. Oh my God!
Anyway, jokes confirmed.
It is.
Yes, my evil twin brother phone. Yes, yes.
It's bad enough I get one with fastcart. I get two tonight with Shiver too. But listen, Zyloh, thank you for stopping in tonight. We were just sharing with everybody how we did a great job tonight. We started at $1,070. We are now at $2,100. So the community has done an outstanding job with bringing up this fundraising for Alyssianah. Zyloh, you've been around for a while. Were you around back when Alyssianah was doing her videos and stuff?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Yeah. What do you remember about it? She's here, by the way, so you can say hi to her. She's here.
Hello, where?
Yeah, she's in chat.
There's more people in here than just who's on this.
Well, she's in chat. No, she's in chat. She's not on camera, but she is in chat. Yeah.
Hello, and best wishes to you. I know that things are crazy right now. I want to see if I can help out. I'm obviously coming in here way late, and I don't know when this thing ends, and I'm totally unprepared. But what can we do more like milestones? Can I contribute some prizes? Can we do some additional giveaways? Tell me what I can do here.
In fact, that's where we were at. I was about to review our schedule for January, make an announcement about our schedule, which is going to take less than 2 minutes, and then we were going to do our giveaways. So your timing is impeccable. You came right at the right time.
You want to toss a ship on that giveaway, Zyloh?
No. He said he's saying he's going to do something.
I'm not putting him on the spot like that.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. If this stuff is for a good cause, then I absolutely want to get in. But I don't want to just give it out free, right? Yeah. I want the community to work for it and unlock this stuff.
There we go.
I got you.
There we go. All right.
If we can get
picking up what you're putting down there, baby.
Yeah. And I'm feeling pretty good about it. I think we can give away some big stuff. I don't know. I'll let you organize, Griffin, the best way to distribute it, but let's just do 3 Mercury Star Runners.
Ooh, the pot got real
I think
sweet.
I figured it out. If we can get to 10,000, Squadron 42 gets released.
Oh my God. Okay.
These ships.
Here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal. I said I'd put another 100 in. We're at 2,100. That puts us at 2,200.
That means 2,300 then, because I just dropped one.
You dropped one. All right. So if we hit 2,500, we're going to do these 3 Mercury Star Runners. So GomAB just put in one for one of those MSRs. You guys give us another 200, 100 per MSR, and we're going to go all 3 MSRs as a giveaway, plus the Spartan, plus the MPUV. We're going to do 5 giveaways tonight. So we got a few minutes to pull that together, and we'll start out with the small stuff. And you guys, if you deliver, or if you call people up and tell them to come to deliver, hey, we'll make this happen for Alyssianah's family. And thank you to CIG, because that's an amazing contribution to it. Yes, sir.
Sorry to interrupt, but we got Dig That in here too.
Dig That just dropped in. Oh, okay.
In Discord.
Oh, he's in Discord. Okay, he's in Discord. Yeah. Okay, hey, Dig. Yeah. How you doing, man?
Hey, good evening and morning to you. How's it going tonight?
Good. We are getting ready. Let me go over the schedule real quick so you guys, while you guys are debating. I also want to put the link in for the fundraiser for Alyssianah. If you haven't seen it yet, that was the wrong thing. That was my OBS link. Oh, I don't want to put that in there. I didn't mean to put that in there.
And I can't
get in there.
I can't get rid of that either.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. It's not going to hurt anything. All right.
I got it.
It won't hurt anything. What was I saying? Oh, we want to talk about our schedule. We are going to be off for the next 2 Sundays. So we're going to be off for Christmas Sunday, and we're going to be off for New Year's Sunday. We will be back on January the 9th, and we'll talk about that. I'll remind you at the end. But in the month of January, we've got some really cool shows coming up. On the 9th, we're going to be doing a show called Space 2022. What we're going to be doing is talking about these new space games that people have been talking about in 2022. Don't laugh. Earth 2, Starfield, Space, what's it called? Space Atlas? Star Atlas? Star Atlas. And I can't think of what the other one is called. And we're going to talk about Star Citizen as well. So for those of you who are interested in those games, we're going to be talking about that during the month of January on the 9th. We're also going to be doing on the 16th a show called Backing, Boasting, and Balking. TheNoobifier, I know you'd love to be on that show. Backing, Boasting, and Balking. Okay. On the 23rd, we're going to be doing a show. We're going back to doing our careers. So we're going to be talking about the repair career. And then on the 30th, we're doing a new series called Shipyard. If you guys remember, we did a whole series last year on all of the careers and professions in Star Citizen. Shipyard is about all of the shipping companies in the game, and we're going to be doing one each month. So we're starting out with Aegis Dynamics, and that'll be on January the 30th. Okay, that's the end of that plug that I have to give for that. Let's go ahead and start getting into the giveaways. We can do that, and I can start setting them up. Fastcart, why don't you talk to folks about what the first thing is? First of all, let me see how we are on our fundraising. Have we increased? We are still at 2,100.
No, still at 2,100.
I don't know how that's the case. I was at 2,100 when I gave my
minutes because when I did mine, it took about 10 minutes for it to kick in.
Gotcha.
So and I haven't done my second one yet. So because I'm doing all this other stuff. But yeah, listen, guys. 3 MSRs here on the table. Call some folks up. Tell them to come on board and to sign up for this thing. We're gonna give them away anyway. But let's do the 2,500 if we can. All right, let's Fastcart. Why don't you get folks prepped and ready as I get this ready for the first giveaway?
Which one you want to do first?
Let's do the MPUV. Let's build the
okay.
Build the
we get the worst away first.
The worst? What do you mean the worst? What is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean?
Not the worst. How do you know? It's the best in show version. Okay, it has 10-year insurance on it.
There you go.
It's not the worst.
All right, so here we go. This is going to be the keyword is going to be exclamation point MPUV. Exclamation point MPUV. This says 10 years of insurance on it. If you guys want it, this doesn't have the purple skin, does it? Is this the regular orange one, Fastcart?
What was the entry code?
It's the best in show one.
Oh, it's the best in show. Okay. What were you saying, Shiver?
Yeah.
What's the entry code?
MPUV. Exclamation point MPUV.
How do you spell that?
that stick with the point with the dot on the bottom. MPUV. Okay. All right, here we go. We're going to give you guys about 10 seconds. And since Shiver asked, we'll let him do the countdown. You guys load it up. Make sure you guys take a look at that fundraiser.
Ooh, $24.95.
$24.95. That sounds like something you buy at the store at Walmart.
Right?
$24.95. Holy smoke.
Well, we put the link in quick chat again.
Wow,
you made it too easy for him.
Yeah, I did. We made it really easy. Wow, that's amazing. Well, don't let that stop you, gang. If you feel like giving more, please do. By the way, my 100 isn't in there yet, so that's actually $25.95. So,
okay,
we're not far from 3,000. I'll just say it. All right, is everybody in this first giveaway? Looks like everybody might be there. All right, let's go ahead and hit it. Yeah, we got a nice load of people here. We're gonna Shiver. What, Fastcart?
By the way, Shiver, you saw the last part with BEE. Okay.
All right, Shiver. Give us the countdown on a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll roll it.
I'll do it from my fingers. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, boom. Darkness Muta. If you are there, give us a shout out in the Twitch. Give us a shout.
Wow, he came in right at the end too.
He sure did. Wow.
He got there right. He was the last one in.
Amazing. Wow. Darkness Muta.
He's here. Yeah.
That is awesome. Darkness Muta, I'm going to ask that you would send your information to Fastcart.
Yeah, because I have it.
Fastcart.
Yeah, just give me your OSI email address and OSI handle, and I'll get that on the way to you.
Yes, sir. All right. We're going to get ready for our next giveaway. For those of you who have hung in tonight, thank you all so much again for all your support for Alyssiana. It's amazing that you guys were here tonight and you hung in there, and hopefully you enjoyed all of her wonderful videos. And the next word that we are going to do is exclamation point Spartan. The Spartans, if you're interested in a Spartan, exclamation point Spartan. That Spartan has LTI, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it's LTI. It's either 10-year LTI. No, it's LTI because it was brand new, right? So it's LTI.
Yeah, it's brand new.
So if you guys are interested in the Spartan with LTI, don't forget, we are still looking for those contributions to come in to support Alyssianah Noire's family. And you guys have done a wonderful job. We're at $25.95. It says $24.95, but I haven't put my 100 in yet, but we're at $25.95. Let's see if we can get near that 3,000 if anybody's interested. All right, we're looking good here. We're going to put the link back in for those of you who may have come in late, if you want to see what this noble cause is for. Let's see.
Shiver, stop asking me how to spell Spartan, okay?
Well, is it 1 5 or 2 5s?
All right, looks like we've got everybody in. I think everybody's in who's going to be in. All right, Noobifier, we're going to give you the count on this one, please, from 5. Work our way down whenever you're ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Boom. Lobster Mac. I hope this is like lobster mac and cheese. Lobster Mac, if you are there, give us a shout out in the Twitch. Lobster Mac. Lobster Mac, are you there? We're saying congratulations to you. We're gonna there. I see. Wow, he came in at the end too. Holy smoke!
Is that the key?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Man, wow.
Is it just
Mac.
picking the last one, or is it? Hold up, man. Check your randomizer. Run it again.
Yeah, really. All right, Lobster Mac.
Mr. Mac.
If you would, please send to me, send to Griffin Gaming, or no, send it to Soul Citizens. I'm sorry. Your RSI handle, RSI email. You can send it to soulcitizens@gmail.com, or you can send it in through the, the chat thing here. Either one, send that to me and we'll get that out to you as well. So congratulations for that. Awesome. All right, let's get ready for the next one. We are rolling here. How are we doing on our numbers? Have we gone up yet in the fundraiser? Or are we still there?
No,
we're still there. We're holding.
Nope.
We're holding.
Yep, we're holding.
All right.
I love how Zyloh's muted at the moment, and you can see him just fiddling with something. He's like, quickly, 3-star runners. Nope, no, never seen him. Nope.
All right, okay. Let's get ready to do this next one here, and this one is gonna be. Let's find a unique keyword for this. We're just gonna say MSR! Exclamation point MSR! Exclamation point MSR! If you are
2581.
2581.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm assuming Zyloh, are these LTI 6-month? What are they? LTI? He's shaking his head.
Definitely LTI.
They're
Yep,
LTI.
Yep.
They're only give away the good stuff. LTI, gang. So that's an LTI MSR. MSR with LTI. Michelangelo.
Thank you for the follow.
Thank you. We appreciate that, Michelangelo.
If Laston wins again,
thanks for the follow.
Yeah, Whammer even said thanks for the follow. We appreciate that. All righty. I think we may have everyone in. Zyloh, I think we're going to let you count this one down for us. Whoa, somebody gave us a subscription.
All right.
Ruth and Ninja.
So I just count us down?
Yes, sir. You can count us down whenever you're ready.
All right. 42, 41. No, I'm just 3, 2, 1.
Boom. Citizen Shenanigans. Wow. One of our supporters.
wow.
Citizen Shenanigans.
Nice.
You are the owner of a brand new MSR, Mercury Star Runner by Crusader. That is awesome. That is amazing. Thank you so much for that. There he is. He's happy. He's giving the big woot. He is a happy camper. You guys are amazing. Wow, we are now at 2681. Thank you all so much for those.
Oh, you said 50. I was like, what?
Yeah, I know. Wouldn't that have been amazing, right? That would have been amazing. And fell out the chair. All right, we are getting there, guys. We are getting close to that 3,000 mark. We can make this happen. We have 2 more MSRs. Zyloh is gracious. CIG has been gracious enough to come by tonight and say we're going to.
Thank you, by the way, Zyloh.
Hook it up. We're going to hook it up for you guys. So this is showing you the love that folks have had for Alyssianah and her family and all her contributions that she's given to the Star Citizen community. So if you guys dug what you saw tonight, way to go. All right, let's do another giveaway. We're getting there. Let me reset everything here. There we go. There we go. And
can I pick the keyword this time?
Yes, you can pick the keyword. Don't you
MSR 2 with the number 2.
MSR 2. That was very innovative. Thank you so much. That was innovative.
Your imagination shows no bounds.
Alrighty. MSR 2
Who
exclamation
thought of the
point.
name for your show? Because it definitely wasn't fastcart.
Exclamation point MSR 2. If you are interested in receiving a Crusader MSR with LTI, courtesy compliments of CIG, this is your time to jump in. And again, those of you who can contribute to the fundraiser tonight for the charity fundraiser for Alyssianah's family, we really appreciate everyone who is, even if you didn't, if you considered it, if you went and read it, if you can take it and post it on your Twitter and your Facebook, whatever, hey, we appreciate that. Everybody at some point needs a little help. I need help because look who I'm working with on this bottom line. I need a lot of help. All right. So, well, at least fastcart. Everybody else is cool. I need a lot of help with fastcart. A lot of help with fastcart. Okay, I think.
Well, DK and I are your fastcart support group.
Are you? You guys are my support group. All right, I appreciate that. All right, we're going to go ahead and hit it again. Noobifier, I'm going to bounce it to you this time. If you give us the countdown, it would be greatly appreciated.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Marzipan, you are the
delicious
second MSR winner of the night. Are you there, Marzipan? If you are, was his last name like last this time? Not really this time. I think we were okay.
No, it wasn't.
No,
I was looking for that.
Wow, Marzipan said, "Oh my God, look at it! Even has a picture of the Star Runner next to their name. Isn't that cool? That is amazing. Awesome.
She's like, this is my fourth one. I love it. I love this shit.
My fourth one.
I only fly MSRs.
Wow. Okay, we've got one last MSR, gang. Let's see where we are with our fundraising so far.
I was just gonna look.
We're still holding.
Yeah,
All right,
still holding.
let's see if we can round this out to what will be 2,700, which means that somebody needs to drop $19. $19 gets us to 2,700. It'd be nice if we went like $319, but I'll take.
Well, I have on good authority from another Discord that I may or may not be in that multiple people have just donated, and I'm pretty sure they donated more than $19.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you're saying that in a couple of minutes we may see this number change?
So we probably have to wait 10 minutes for the update.
No, we just jumped up. We just jumped up just now. We are at 2756. It says 2656, but I haven't put my 100 in. So
yeah,
we're getting there. We're getting there. All right, we're gonna do this third MSR because you guys have taken us to 2,700, which is amazing.
Can I pick the name this time?
Oh Lord. Of course you can. Of course you can, Gomab, if you want to pick the name.
It's gonna be a long one, but an appropriate one.
Oh no! Don't you say I want my ion fixed. You better not say that. 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 All right.
This is going to be MSR3, isn't it?
Exclamation point! Happy holidays.
Happy. Oh my God! You're gonna make them work that hard?
Yes, for an MSR. Yes, for a free MSR. You gonna type them letters?
Yeah, you got a point.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's the wrong word. I forgot to put the I in there. Holidays. There we go. All right. Happy holidays.
With an S on the end or no S on the end?
He said S.
With an S on the end, yes.
Happy holidays. Exclamation point, happy holidays, gang. Make sure you do it twice for me because the first time I didn't have the I in there. So I want to make sure you don't get skipped. Exclamation point, happy holidays. Happy holidays. All right.
There you go, Zyloh. I made them work for it. All right.
Those of you who are winners, send your RSI handle and email to soulcitizens@gmail.com.
Except for the MPV gaming document muter, just contact me directly.
But they can send them all there. If everything's in one place, I can always forward to you. So please make sure you guys send it to soulcitizens with an S at gmail.com. Okay, that way we can make sure that Zyloh gets that information and the stuff that we have to give to you gets to you as well. So please make sure that you guys do that. Okay. All right.
Whatever you do, don't give it to Griffin to hand out. That way allowed the path of madness.
All
By
right.
the way, what's wrong with the ions? You said something about the ion. What's going on with that?
Don't even. Oh my God. All right. It looks like we've got a good amount of people in for this third MSR. And again, exclamation point, happy holidays. All right, Shiver, we're going to throw it on you. Give us the countdown.
Oh, would you like me to do my sexy voice?
Yeah, feel free.
That was it.
Then we're going to start at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Twinkle Thumbs.
That's a heck of a name.
That's an interesting name. Twinkle Thumbs. Dig that. What do we do with somebody named Twinkle Thumbs? That's pretty scary, brother. Twinkle Thumbs.
Piano, man.
Nah, man. He be playing the high notes on the bass.
Oh my God, Twinkle Thumbs, are you? Is Twinkle Thumbs
wow,
there?
He said wow.
Twinkle Thumbs said wow. Awesome, Twinkle Thumbs, congratulations, congratulations to everybody who won tonight. Really appreciate you guys hanging in here with us tonight. To Alyssianah, know that you have our thoughts, our prayers, support from the community. Zyloh, I didn't get to ask you. You said you did get to, Alyssianah from back in the day. And we showed earlier where she was on Citizen of the Stars. And we talked about how she was one of the first female content creators that I remember when she was in the game producing stuff. TheNoobifier talked about the fact that back in the redacted days, they were interested in working with her. Was there anything you want to say to her and the family from CIG while she's here? Because she's in the chat somewhere. I think.
No, nothing too specific other than I just hope you feel all the love and everything that's coming from the community. I think that everything that the community is doing with this stream and whatnot, the cool thing about it is that it's just it's from such a good, genuine place. I think it's this project, it transcends just Star Citizen and just space video games. I feel like a lot of what people are seeing in tonight's stream and a lot of the scenarios that you see in game when people get together, it's not just about the game. It really is about the community, and it's about how we all have each other's backs no matter what. And yeah, definitely sending you all the positive energy that I can muster. So are a lot of the other folks at CIG. We've been talking about you, thinking about you, and we'll continue to do so. And you know, thank you for everything that you've done for the community, and huge shout out to you, Griffin, everyone else on the stream, everyone else in the community, everybody who's been donating. This is why I do what I do, and I hope that you all feel that love from one another, because it's just so incredibly awesome to get to see over the years, right? This isn't the first time that the communities come together to rally for something, and it definitely won't be the last. And you know, I love it. Seriously, it gives goosebumps.
Absolutely, very cool. So holiday wishes to you, Alyssianah. Thanks, you know, again from all of us on Star Citizen community. Thank you to everybody who contributed tonight. Thank you to Shiver, Errris, TheNoobifier, Zyloh for finding time to stop through tonight and help support this. To my partners, Dark Knight, to Fastcart, to Gomab, to Dig that 32 Dig. Let's hear that voice, man, because we don't see a picture. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Hey, I'm glad everybody got together to do something like this. I need to start doing stuff like this. Now, I hope, Alyssianah, I hope your holiday is outstanding, and go ahead and make that thing happen for your kids like a boss.
There you go. That's the man, the boss. That is his word. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Again, we are off the next 2 weeks. On Sunday, we are doing a Thursday show, our community show. That'll be our last one. That'll be the end of Luminalia. So we'll be kind of wrapping things up then. And then we are going to take a break for the Christmas and New Year's weekends. We'll be back on January 9th. Again, you guys have a safe holiday. Take care of yourselves. And I'm trying to think, was there anything else? That's it, right, Fastcart? Anything else?
Yeah, giveaway for the Phoenix.
Oh,
1,000.
yes. Where are we? Where are we at right now?
977 still.
Okay, cool. All right, just real quick, gang. We are trying to get our YouTube subscribers to 1,000. And within 1 week, you guys have, or 2 weeks, you guys have driven us up to 900. And what is it we're at now?
977.
977. And we want to hit 1,000 before the end of December. If we hit that 1,000 mark before the end of December, we are giving away a RSI Constellation Phoenix. And is that with 10 years or LTI? 10 years, right?
10 years.
10 years. 10 years and
10 years.
So we will
it's
be
got
giving...
some miles on it because Griff been flying it.
No, this one hasn't been it's still new. Yeah, it's still new.
It's got a couple big Benny's wrappers up under the captain's chair, man. You just gotta clean that out. You'll be all right.
So if you go to our YouTube webpage, there is a video there that says that there's a promotion. If you go to that promotion, I'll
put the link in quick chat.
Thank you. If you like, subscribe, and leave a comment. You could say Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, whatever you want to say. Then we will be adding you to that, and we will be doing our giveaway when we come back on January 9th for that Phoenix. And even if you're not here, don't worry about it. If you're not here, we'll still do the giveaway, and we'll let you know if you won. So till then,
Griffin,
yes, sir.
Before we go, can we add TheNoobifier and Shiver where we can find them?
Oh, absolutely. TheNoobifier, tell folks where they can find you.
I'm all over YouTube, but as you guys may have heard, I'm retiring, so I'm going to be going to Twitch as well, live streaming not only Star Citizen but all kinds of stuff. So all you people who have been following me on Twitch for all these years, it's actually going to pay off.
That's
right?
awesome. So, that's awesome. You're doing a whole new build out, right? If I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, I'm going crazy.
It looks great.
I'm trying to dial everything to 11. You know how this is, right? If 10 is good enough, you go to 11. So that's what I'm all about.
That's awesome.
Again, thanks for the support. I really had a good time here tonight, as always. So yeah, thanks. Anytime you want to invite me back, just let me know.
We appreciate that.
Griffin.
Yes.
993 subscribers. We only need 7 more.
Really? Only 7 more? Wow. You guys are going to give us a wonderful Christmas present if we get
6
7
more now.
more. 6 more? Oh, wow. Okay, that's awesome. Shiver, where can people find you?
This week, it's working out, it's my Christmas Eve. We've got one of our last episodes of Vampire Masquerade London by Gaslight, a V5 Victorian Age Vampire Masquerade game over on twitch.tv. /Table of Horrors. When we come back in the new year, we've got the finale episode of Oxford by Night. We'll be starting up a new game set in Japan. Then Homeworld TTRPG, Transformers TTRPG, Demon the Fallen TTRPG, Wraith TTRPG, and then you're going to watch me slash my wrists live on air.
Well, wait a minute, Shiver. Don't forget, we reached our goal, so you let Errris know you get to choke him because we hit the goal number. Don't forget, you said that if we got that number, you'd get to kill him on. So you got to be able to figure that out. That you kill him
choking and killing him, they're two different things in my book. But...
Okay. And real quick, I want to thank you to RX Scott for the gifted subs, man. Appreciate those 5 gifted subs.
Thank you, RX Scott.
Whammer says thank you for the subscriptions. Yes.
And thank you, Ruthless XXX74 for the sub.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely. You guys are so awesome. Thank you guys for supporting us, for supporting Alyssiana and her family. We are at 998 subscribers right now on our YouTube channel. We are 2 away. Thank you guys so much. I know we're going to cross that number tonight because the numbers have been going pretty good. Yep, Rye, I see it. We're almost there. Zyloh, real quick, give a sign off for CIG, whatever it is you want to say before we go, and then we're going to get out of here.
Hold on. I can't see my stream. Okay, there you are. I kind of want to just procrastinate and drag this out so that I can see this hit 1,000.
We're at 999.
That's your year, baby.
Just one more.
999. There it is. Boom. We hit it.
Woohoo!
Congratulations. You guys did it.
He's a
Oh, wait, no. So much for that.
I saw Zyloh ready to say something. He was like getting like close to the mic, back and forth, like he's jumping in double dutch.
Listen, I was ready about to tell you my whole life story until we got to 1,000. This thing was never going to end. So congratulations, congratulations to the other ones.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got something great out of this night, and so did everybody else. Hope you guys had a blast, a lot of fun. We're looking forward to 2022 with all of you all. We've got some great shows lined up for next year. Great team of people here. Thank you to all the Soul citizens, everybody on our team, those of you who are in our Discord. We don't let us think that we don't appreciate you, because we do. Seth, you are a maniac.
Thank you.
You are
oh my God. How many was that?
Thank you so much.
It's 20.
Seth is a maniac. He is
oh my
such
God.
a nut.
So appreciate
He texted me an hour ago saying that he was having problems with his browser. There was something that was keeping him from seeing the show, and that he'd been trying to get on, and evidently he fixed it. So Seth, thank you, and congratulations again to you, Seth. I won't announce what it was, but Seth had a major thing happen in his life that's been really great, and I'm sure it's a career thing for him. And let's just say he's going to be going to the moon. That's all I'm gonna say. So congratulations, dude. That's all I can say.
Literally?
About that. That's all I'm gonna say. 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 Man, congratulations, dude. So yeah, thank you, Seth, for that. For those of you who were benefited from that, make sure you give Seth a shout out.
Did I break it?
Yeah, he almost broke it. Yeah, but thank you guys so much.
There we go.
Yeah, he broke the whole thing here. Fastcart, are you still here? Where'd you go? Oh, I don't know.
I'm here. I'm here.
All right. Anyway, we're gonna get going. Thank you guys so much. We've got some drop frame rates coming in, which is going on right now. And until we see you guys next year, we're going to tell you, as we always do, peace, love, and soul. Take care of yourselves. Have a great holiday. We'll see you in 2020. Take care.
Hey, who are we rating, Griff?
I don't know who we're rating. I don't know. Who are we rating?
Dark Hour 717.
Dark Hour. Is that who we're rating?
Let's do it.
Dark Hour 717. I don't know. Hang on. I'm going to come back to our video for a second, because I was so excited about the 1,000. I completely forgot to get our raid together here. Let's do it. Dark Hour 777. Thank you to our mods.
717.
He got it. Right.
Yeah, there it goes. All right. It's going to jump out real quick here in a second. Boom. There we go. All right,
guys. Everybody. Happy holidays.
See you guys
later. Happy holidays, everybody. Happy New Year.
Take care, Alyssiana. Take care, Alyssiana.
Thank you, Alyssiana. We'll see you. Thank you.